Chapter 45. On Saturday, May 23rd, 2015, Lu Chun experienced a dream night. That night, he sang in front of more than 2,000 people, winning the most enthusiastic applause from the audience. That night, he earned the largest sum of money he had ever earned in his life. He sold an original work for 200,000 yuan. That night, he obtained 5% of Forget Grassbar shares, transforming from a worker to a minor partner. When Lu Chun signed his name on the share transfer contract, his heart was filled with gratitude. He was grateful for the long dream, grateful for the 3 lives he experienced in the dream, grateful for Su Bo, Mo Ran, and Fong Mingyi. Lu Chun didn't know if the world in the dream really existed, but he knew that he was extremely lucky. And that wasn't the only lucky thing. When he arrived at the VIP area of Blue Lotus Bar, the live performance was coming to an end. Li Feiyu was still broadcasting. When he saw Lu Chun, he was so excited that tears streamed down his cheeks. "Look," he pointed at the laptop screen. His eyes were filled with passion, scaring Lu Chun to the point that he had goosebumps all over his body. "What are you looking at?" We took a closer look. What the heck? Lu Chun saw that the number of online viewers in his broadcast room had exceeded 300,000. 300,000 plus popularity. Lu Chun was really surprised and happy, as if a huge pie suddenly fell from the sky and then smashed on top of his head with a bang sound. He felt dizzy. In online broadcasting, the number of online viewers was extremely important. It was easy to fake the number of followers, but the number of online viewers was different. Unless the website helped to fake it, it would reflect the value of the anchor to a large extent. The number of online viewers in Lu Fei's broadcast room had always been growing. But from the original peak of 100,000 plus, it had skyrocketed to 300,000 plus in just 2 hours. It was really a bit unbelievable. After all, he had only started broadcasting on Whale TV for a short time, so the number of fish fans was not much. Now, the number of fish fans had also reached 170,000 plus. "What's going on?" Lu Chun couldn't help but ask. "Tell me honestly, what good things did you do?" Li Feiyu laughed heartily. "We've made it to the top of the homepage. On the homepage of Whale TV, there are many lists that are used to recommend popular live programs and anchors. One of the most important ones is the site-wide hot list, which is also the most competitive list. The principle of the website's hot ranking was based on the number of online viewers in the live broadcast room, the number of bullet comments, and the number of donations. The corresponding value was calculated using a fixed formula. Those with high numbers would automatically be on the list. Unless there was a case of cheating, the website would not interfere. There were only a total of 12 spots on the website's trending list, and their positions were very eye-catching. Therefore, once they rushed to the trending list, they would definitely attract even more popularity. Lu Fei's live broadcast room had rushed to the bottom of the popularity chart when Lu Chun went on stage to sing, and then his popularity skyrocketed and had not subsided until now. As the new anchor of Whale TV, in the absence of Lu Chun's on-site host, his live broadcast room actually rushed to the homepage list, which can really be said to be a miracle. After Li Feiyu finished explaining, he proudly shouted, "Long live Lu Jiajun." To be able to win such a result, Lu Chun's fish fan group, Lu Jiajun, absolutely contributed. Li Bai alone rewarded 15 fish balls, which drove the atmosphere of the entire live broadcast room. Because the live broadcast was always going on, although the camera was facing the direction of the stage, the microphone was omnidirectional. Therefore, the dialogue between the two was clearly heard by the fans in the live broadcast room. "Anchor, is the anchor back?" I heard the voice of the anchor. "It's Lu Feida. Long live Lu Jiajun. Anchor Big, I want to see your face." "The anchor is handsome, really handsome. I saw the performance of the anchor just now. Those 2 songs were so good. I want to listen to it again. Listen to it twice, 3 times. When Lu Chun saw it, he immediately adjusted the camera and microphone. He waved at the camera and said, "Hello everyone, I am Anchor Lu Fei. Welcome to my live broadcast room. I hope you like my songs and this music carnival performance. At the same time, I also thank everyone for their support. Thank you very much." As soon as his voice fell, the screen was instantly filled with enthusiastic barrage, accompanied by countless fish balls. Like, 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 like. The music carnival is great. I really want to see it live. Anchor, you're welcome. Take the fish balls. I just want to hear Lou Fadis sing. I like it too. System notification. Call me Lee by Silver 4. Gifted the Anchor 1 aircraft carrier. System notification. Big Brother Whale, Gold 6. Gifted the Anchor 1 aircraft carrier. In the hustle and bustle, the 2 aircraft carriers rumbled and crushed all the barrage, bringing a screen full of fireworks, as if to celebrate the success of Luchan. 2 familiar nouveau riche friends. Luchan looked at the number of fish balls and found that the increase of fish balls tonight was more than 40T. It was really normal to be on the homepage's hot list. He quickly expressed his gratitude to the 2 nouveau riches. Although it was a bit vulgar, it was also sincere. The live broadcast ended at 11 o'clock in the evening. This real live broadcast brought great popularity to Lou Fei's live broadcast room. By the end of the live broadcast, the highest number of online popularity had climbed to more than 350,000. The number of fish fans was more than 180,000, and the number of new fish balls was 45T. 45T fish balls. According to the 65% after-tax share, then Luchan earned nearly 30,000 yuan in the evening. In addition to the fish balls accumulated some time ago, he directly withdrew 50,000 yuan in cash. The 50,000 yuan signing fee of Whale TV had been received, and the 2 added up to 100,000 yuan. Then he sold the song for 200,000 yuan. Luchan could transfer 300,000 yuan to his home tomorrow. In the past, he would have to work hard for at least 4 or 5 years to earn this kind of money. Now it was less than half a month. Luchan turned off the computer, stood up, and said, "Let's go. Let's go for supper. There will be enough spicy crayfish." 3 basins. Li Feiyu raised 3 fingers and said proudly, "I want to eat at least 3 basins." Luchan laughed. "As long as you can eat it, 30 basins is no problem." In his mind, an incomparably loud and majestic song suddenly rang out. "I'm making money. I'm making money. I don't know how to spend it. I buy a Nokia with my left hand and a Motorola with my right. I change my mobile phone number every day with my little smartphone. I sit in a Mercedes-Benz and drive a BMW. I'm making money. I'm making money." "Stop, stop." Luchan shivered and quickly dispelled the distracting thoughts in his mind. He took his equipment and went for supper with Li Feiyu. Walking south of Hohai's pedestrian street, after crossing a crossroad, there was a small street that was filled with the style of the old capital. Various kinds of snacks were its biggest specialty, and even though it was almost midnight, it was still bustling with people. The Jiaji Crayfish restaurant was on the small street. Its main dish was shui crayfish, which was very famous. When Luchan and Li Feiyu went in, the restaurant was almost full of people. Business was very good. The 2 of them were lucky enough to grab a seat in the corner of the hall and ordered a 3 prawns don't exchange. A plate of spicy crayfish, a plate of braised crayfish, a plate of salt and pepper crayfish, and 2 jugs of ice beer. They wouldn't exchange it even for a deity. Luchan and Li Feiyu didn't waste any time and directly started eating. After finishing 2 plates of crayfish and 2 jugs of beer, Li Feiyu touched his oily mouth and said, "De Chun, your broadcast is very strong. It's time to show off your skills. It's not suitable to continue living in a basement." Luchan nodded and said, "Yeah, I'm also considering changing to a smaller apartment. How about we share it?" The basement he was currently living in was too simple. It was hot in the summer, and there wasn't any heating in the winter. Furthermore, there wasn't much privacy to speak of. He had to worry about affecting his neighbors during his live broadcast at night. Luchan's lease was going to end this month. If Li Feiyu didn't mention it, he would have thought about changing. "My lease is until next year." Also, the renovation cost quite a bit. Li Feiyu shook his head and said, "Let's not talk about me. Let's talk about you. Xiaomei's sister has a single apartment. She wants to rent it out. The location and environment are pretty good. The apartment is also new. Are you interested?" Luchan laughed. "Since it's Sister Xiaomei, I definitely have to go take a look." Li Feiyu giggled. Chapter 46. Early in the morning, the bell rang. Got up, dressed, washed on Sunday morning, when most people were still in dreamland. Lu Chen woke up early as usual and began a new busy day in the misty morning light. He sweated for 2 hours in the park by the artificial river and ate a hearty breakfast to replenish enough water and nutrition, just in time for the opening of the nearby bank. Lu Chen transferred the 300,000 yuan in his account to the account that could not be more familiar. As soon as he stepped out of the bank, the phone in his pocket rang. Lu Chen immediately picked it up. "Mom, I was just about to call you." A familiar voice came from the other end of the phone. "Little Chen, did you transfer the money? Where did you get so much money?" There was uncontrollable anxiety in the voice, as well as concern and worry from the bottom of his heart. Lu Chen said with a smile, "Of course, I earned it." It was his mother, Fang Yun, who called Lu Chen. Fang Yun was an ordinary accountant in the local taxation bureau of Binhai City, Zhejiang Province. After the death of Lu Chen's father, she strongly took up the burden of the family that had lost its backbone. Lu Chen went to the capital to work. Every month, he would transfer money to Fang Yun's account and let Fang Yun arrange to repay those creditors. Although it was not much, at least it would not make people lose hope. These creditors were all Lu Qingxing's relatives, friends, classmates, and clients when he was alive. Many of them had lent out their life savings out of kinship, trust, and friendship. If there was no hope of returning the money, then the Lu family would forever bear the heavy responsibility. Lu Qingxing died, and what he left to his family was a huge debt that could not be repaid. Lu Chen had been angry, painful, desperate, and lost because of this, but he finally survived and saw the dawn. Just like now, the warm sunlight shone through the leaves of the sycamore tree, shining on his body and face. Fang Yun said eagerly, "You child, tell me the truth." It had been almost a year since Lu Chen left the university to work in Beijing. In order to save money, he did not go home during the Chinese New Year. How could Fang Yun not miss him? Now that Lu Chen suddenly transferred 300,000 yuan to her, her first reaction when she saw the message was not joy, but panic and fear. She was afraid that Lu Chen had done something bad. Otherwise, how could he earn 300,000 yuan? Lu Chen said, "Mom, open your Feb and you'll understand." He had already predicted this situation yesterday, so he took a picture of the contract signed with Light Rain Media and Chen Jinhao and sent it to Fang Yun after transferring the money. After 5 minutes, Fang Yun finally confirmed that her son had not done anything illegal in the capital. Lu Chen earned so much money by writing songs and singing. He even owned 5% of a bar shares. She was surprised and proud. She sighed with emotion and finally said, "When are you coming home?" Lu Chen thought for a moment and said, "I'll be back in early June, and I still have to go to school to attend the graduation ceremony. By the way, Mom, tell sister, don't let her go to work. Let her stay at home and prepare for the exams in December." Lu Chen's sister, Lu Shi, had always been excellent in her studies. She was recommended for postgraduate studies before graduating from university, but because of the changes in her family, she had to give up her postgraduate studies to work to earn money. Lu Chen knew that Lu Shi's dream since childhood was to get a PhD. She also had the ability to do so, so it was still not too late. Don't let her worry about the family's debt. I can pay it off in 3 years at most. Lu Chen made a bold statement. He really had this kind of confidence. Fang Yun was not optimistic. "I'll try. You know your sister's temper. She is as stubborn as your father." Lu Chen hurriedly said, "Let her come to Beijing too." Lu Chen was already prepared to develop in Beijing for a long time. If there was a family member by his side, that would naturally be the best. After ending the call with his mother, Lu Chen returned to his underground dwelling. Li Feiyu had already woken up. He was standing at the door, holding the phone. When he saw Lu Chen return, he immediately felt relieved. "I was just about to call you. Xiao Mei and the others are already waiting at Guangyuan building. I'll leave after I change my clothes." Lu Chen quickly ran into his room and changed into a set of clean clothes, which was a t-shirt, jeans, and a pair of casual shoes. Then, he followed Li Feiyu out of the house and took a taxi to Guangyuan building. Guangyuan building was less than 5 minutes away from Lu Chen's rented place. At the entrance of the building, Lu Chun finally saw the legendary sister, Xiao Mei. Actually, he had seen Xiao Mei's photo before, but this was the first time he saw her in person. Xiao Mei was very young and beautiful. She was petite and cute, but her makeup was a bit too thick. Her friend had the temperament of a businesswoman. She wore a white short skirt and had long hair that fell over her shoulders. She carried her handbag and held onto her phone. She looked a bit shrewd. Sorry. Li Feiyu repeatedly apologized. I've made the two beauties wait for a long time. I'm really sorry. Xiao Mei rolled her eyes and snorted. She had a "I'm very unhappy" expression on her face. However, her friend was very understanding. She smiled and tried to smooth things over. It's all right. We just arrived. Is this handsome guy looking to rent a place? Her gaze fell on Lu Chun. Her eyes revealed a bit of curiosity. Yes. Li Feiyu quickly nodded and introduced. This is my good brother, Lu Chun. The Chun, let me introduce you. This is Chun Xiao Mei, and this is her friend, Zhang Ying. Lu Chun smiled and said, I've long heard of Sister Xiao Mei's name. Today, I finally get to see you in person. A handsome guy was a handsome guy, especially a tall and witty guy like Lu Chun. He was usually liked by people, especially when he smiled. It was full of sunshine. It made people unconsciously have a good impression of him. Sister Xiao Mei really had a good impression of him. She pursed her lips and said, I know you. Li Feiyu has mentioned you many times. Lu Chun said, Li Gu is a warm-hearted person. Let's go see the house first. The house was located a few hundred meters away from Guangyuan Building in Jinchungyuan. The size of Jinchungyuan was not large. It had 9 independent, small high-rise buildings. However, the facilities in the community were very complete. The green area reached at least 50%. The property management was very strict. Visitors had to register when entering and leaving. The surrounding environment was even better. It was adjacent to the business district. A few minutes' walk to the nearest subway station. Zhang Ying's house was Building 7, room 1502. It was a standard single apartment with 1 bedroom, 1 living room, and a kitchen. The area of the apartment was about 35 square meters. It was well decorated and fully equipped with appliances. It looked completely new. The interior was very clean. At least, Lu Chun could not find any problems. This single apartment was rented by Zhang Ying 2 years ago. She signed a 5-year long-term contract. She spent money to renovate the apartment and equipped it with a full set of appliances and furniture. Sister Xiao Mei's friend was a cosmetics agent in the capital. Now the competition in the capital was too fierce. So, she was going back to her hometown to open a brand store. This apartment naturally became a problem. The cost of breaking the contract was too high. Subletting was undoubtedly the best choice. However, the current agents were not reliable. In order to avoid trouble, Zhang Ying sent a message on her WeChat Moments to look for a rental apartment. In the end, she found Lu Chun. As for the rental price, Zhang Ying said straightforwardly, since you are Li Ji's friend, then I will be straightforward. 5,000 yuan per month. You can use all the appliances and furniture for free. Water, electricity, heating, and broadband will be paid by you. It was not easy to live in the capital. The housing prices in the capital were the highest in the country. Although this single apartment was small, it could not be bought without 2 million yuan. It was fully renovated with a full set of appliances. 5,000 yuan per month was the normal price. Lu Chun thought for a moment and said, 4,000 yuan. I will sign with you for 3 years. How about paying half a year's rent first? He wanted to sign the rest of Zhang Ying's lease. Naturally, they had to negotiate the price. Of course, Zhang Ying was willing to sign all of it. However, she was a shrewd businesswoman. It was impossible for her to accept Lu Chun's offer. Both sides bargained back and forth. Finally, they settled on 4,500 yuan per month. Then, Zhang Ying gave a 90% new computer in her living room to Lu Chun as a bonus. Both Lu Chun and Zhang Ying were very satisfied with this deal. After the two of them negotiated, they went to a nearby printing shop to print the contract. They signed a contract on the spot. It did not take long for Lu Chun to rent the new apartment. At the same time, He emptied his pocket. Chapter 47. Zhang Ying invited them to lunch. The location was a Sichuan restaurant in Jingtai Commercial City near Jincheng Garden. Zhang Ying came from Sichuan. She had the straightforwardness and shrewdness of Sichuan people. She was also smart in the capital. She came to the capital at the age of 19 and drifted in the capital for 5 years. Although she was not successful, she had opened up her own career. At least compared with Li Feiyu, Chen Xiaomei, and Lu Chun half a month ago, she was doing very well. But although the capital was good, it was not her home. So this meal was also a farewell meal. After dealing with the house, Zhang Ying would go home. Li Feiyu and Chen Xiaomei were a little sad. The latter even had red eyes and was very reluctant to leave. Zhang Ying hugged her little sister and said, "Xiaomei, if you miss me, come to Chengdu. And Li Gu is really good. If he is willing to work hard, you can also give him a chance." Her voice was not soft, so Lu Chun and Li Feiyu, who were standing next to her, heard it clearly. The latter's face suddenly turned red and could not help but look at Chen Xiaomei with hot eyes. Everyone could see his feelings for Xiaomei. Chen Xiaomei said shyly, "Don't mention him. If he wants to chase me, he has to show some real ability." Zhang Ying smiled and hugged her. She said to Lu Chun, "Handsome, I will leave with Xiaomei first. If there is anything, you can call me. If there is nothing, you can chat with me." Lu Chun smiled and said, "I wish you a safe journey." The landlord of the new house lived abroad and basically did not come back. Zhang Ying first signed a lease with the landlord's agent in China. As long as the rent and property fees were paid on time, there would be no problem. Of course, the two of them exchanged contact information. Zhang Ying and Chen Xiaomei left. Li Feiyu looked at their backs and was stunned. Lu Chun patted him on the shoulder and said, "Don't look anymore. There's still a chance. Help me move first." In fact, Lu Chun really wanted to tell Peter Pan that his chances of chasing after Xiaomei were really very small, but people always had something to pursue in life. Whether it was pursuing a career or a girlfriend, it was better to have a goal than to be muddle-headed. Moving was actually very simple. The apartment was fully furnished. All he had to do was change the door lock. Originally, Lu Chun wanted to call a locksmith to install the locks, but he didn't expect Li Feiyu to volunteer and actually bought the locks himself, saving Lu Chun at least 100 yuan in service fees. Jingming community was a little more troublesome. Lu Chun had to find a landlord to cancel the lease and get his deposit back. A basement rental with a good location like this was very popular in Beijing. There was no need to worry about not being able to rent it out. Lu Chun had also returned the rental in advance, so the landlord did not make things difficult for him. As for luggage, in addition to a few clothes and a few books, Lu Chun only had the broken computer. The new house already had a new computer. This old computer should be retired. However, Li Feiyu was well informed. He helped Lu Chun find a tenant in the same community. 450 yuan, along with the mouse and keyboard, was given to the other party. Let this old computer continue to play its residual heat. Lu Chun did not accept the money. He added 150 yuan to make up 600 yuan. He asked Li Feiyu to go to Master Chen's private kitchen to book a table and set meal. In the evening, he invited his neighbors to dinner. During this time, Lu Chen's live broadcast at night inevitably affected the neighbors who lived in the basement. Although no one said anything to him, he still felt a little embarrassed and took the opportunity to make up for it. As long as anyone was at home and was willing to come, he would invite them all. While Li Feiyu invited people to order food, Lu Chun ran to the nearby shopping mall and bought a lot of new daily necessities for himself, such as bed sheets, pillows, towels, bath towels, toothpaste, toothbrushes, and so on, and put them in his new home. In the morning, he had transferred 300,000 yuan to his family, and then paid another 30,000 yuan to rent the apartment. Now, with all his expenses, his bank account, Yifu Bao, and the money in his pocket did not even add up to 1,000 yuan. Overnight, he was back to square one, but Lu Chun did not mind at all. He was full of confidence in his future. Dinner was also considered a farewell meal, but the target was different. The table for 12 people was filled to the brim. Those who could come were all here. Except for Li Fei, they were all Lu Chen's neighbors. There were 11 men and 11 women. They were all seated after adding seats. In the past, everyone just nodded at each other and didn't have much to say when they met. Today, Lu Chan was treating them to dinner, so everyone opened up conversation. No matter if they were familiar with each other or not, they all had a good chat. When they learned that Lu Chan was moving to Jincheng Yuan, they were all very envious and congratulated him. Being able to move out of the basement and live in a single apartment with a high rent was already considered a success for many Beijing drifters. The dinner was very lively. It ended at 8 p.m., and 3 boxes of beer were finished. Li Feiyu was obviously a little drunk. His eyes were wide open, and his voice was trembling. After Lu Chan paid the bill, he sent him back to his home. As a result, this guy lay on the bed and fell asleep. When Lu Chan returned to his new home, it was already 9 p.m. The new house was very clean, and there was still the smell left by the previous owner. It was the smell of a woman mixed with perfume. In the bathroom, there was a new toothbrush that he just bought, and a new towel and bath towel. Lu Chan first took a hot bath, and then lay comfortably on the bed with new sheets. Gazing at the beautiful patterns on the metal ceiling, he felt a little surreal. It was as if he had returned to a few years ago, when Lu Chen's father hadn't passed away, and his family was still very well off. The room he lived in was bigger than this, and the decorations were more exquisite and luxurious. He closed his eyes, and after a while, he opened them again. The scene was still the same. It really wasn't a dream. The phone on the bedside table suddenly rang. Lu Chen suddenly woke up, quickly turned over, grabbed the cell phone, and pressed the call button. Hello. The voice coming from the phone was very strange. Hello, is this Mr. Lu Chen? Lu Chen didn't look at the phone, and he couldn't tell who it was. He couldn't help but ask, Yes, and you are? Hello, Mr. Lu Chen, the other party said. I'm Wu Shanshan from Whale TV, also known as Coral Fish. Lu Chen suddenly realized, Hello, it turns out to be Miss Wu. What's the matter? When Lu Chen was kicked out of Starlight Show, this Coral Fish invited him to join Whale TV and gave him a formal contract with a signing fee of 50,000 yuan. For Lu Chen at that time, it could really be said to be charcoal and snowy weather, and Lu Chen has always been grateful. Now his career as an anchor at Whale TV is thriving, and the other party's support and help is also a factor. Lu Chen and Wu Shanshan have always been in contact, but they basically chat on QQ. Wu Shanshan said, It's not convenient on the phone. Can we talk on QQ? Lu Chen quickly replied, No problem. Please wait a moment. He got up and left the bedroom and ran into the living room. The living room area of this single apartment is not much bigger than the bedroom, so there's only a simple 3-person sofa and a computer desk. The large-screen LCD TV is hung on the wall, and the space is already full. The desktop computer was also left by Zhang Ying and was sold to Lu Chen at a discount. At that time, Lu Chen did not open it. He just saw that the screen case, keyboard, and mouse were very new, and it was a famous brand product, so he agreed to buy it for 3,000 yuan. Plus the rent, it was 30,000 yuan. Zhang Ying did not ask Lu Chen to pay a deposit, so he was embarrassed to continue to bargain. After turning on the computer, the system startup speed was very fast, and in less than 10 seconds, it entered the desktop. Lu Chen immediately knew that 3,000 yuan was absolutely not a loss, but out of habit, he still checked the configuration. What the hell? Lu Chen was dumbfounded. The configuration of this computer is very high. It belongs to the mainstream flagship level. It has a 6-core ultra-high frequency CPU, 32 gigabytes of memory, 1 TSSD solid-state hard disk, and the graphics card is also the latest generation. It can play all the games on the market. Lu Chen studied computer application in university. Some time ago, he also thought about replacing the old computer, so he knows computer hardware very well. He knows that even if all the online accessories are installed by himself, it will be impossible to take it down without 15,000 plus. The 27-inch monitor is a high-end product with 2K resolution. He suddenly remembered that Zhang Ying mentioned that this computer was given to her by someone else, and she has not used it much. Lu Chen was speechless. Dare I ask which local tyrant it is? Finally, he did not forget his business. He opened QQ and logged in, so as not to let Shan Shan wait for a long time. Chapter 48. Coral Fish has been waiting on QQ for a long time. She sent several messages to Lu Chun and waited for Lu Chen's reply before calling. What Wu Shan Shan and Lu Chun want to discuss is a good thing. Whale TV is going to hold a competition in the near future. The rewards are very generous, and as a representative of the new anchors, Lu Chun is also among the invitees. That's right, Lu Chun is now the #1 among the new anchors of Whale TV. In less than half a month, he has jumped from a pure newcomer anchor to a leader in Whale TV. Without the strong recommendation of the website, he has created the record of the largest increase in popularity. The amount of rewards has reached new highs, and he has a large number of loyal fans. Although Lu Chen's number of fish fans and online viewers are still far from being comparable to several big anchors, his growth rate is too astonishing. Moreover, he did not rely on the bad means of surfing the rankings. Therefore, he has received the attention of Whale TV. In particular, last night's live broadcast of the Music Carnival, Lu Fei's live broadcast room rushed to the homepage's hot list, which caused a small sensation in the operations management department. Wu Shanshan also watched the whole live broadcast. Based on the above factors, Lu Chun has become one of the 24 candidates for the competition. It should be known that those who are eligible to be selected are all popular anchors of Whale TV. Some of them have more than 1 million popularity, some have signing fees as high as 1 million, and some are senior in the industry. There are only 4 newcomers like Lu Chun who have just joined. Lu Chun is undoubtedly the most junior. The name of this competition is called Whale PK Theme Show. Wu Shanshan said to Lu Chun, "The format is very simple. The competition anchor will choose a theme show and perform it live within 90 minutes. Finally, based on the popularity index, audience votes, and the Bureau's score, the 5 winners will be decided." Lu Chun replied, "It looks interesting. Do I have to think of the contents of the theme show myself?" Wu Shanshan, "That's right. Nostalgic, sad, humorous, inspirational, and so on are all fine, but they must have a clear theme, because when the time comes, they will all be advertised on the homepage. The more eye-catching the theme, the better. Of course, the prerequisite is that they can't violate the rules, or else they will be disqualified." Lu Chun had completely understood. "Understood. Thank you, Sister Shanshan." Wu Shanshan, *******, you're welcome. I signed you. The more outstanding your performance is, the more glorious it will be for me. So you must work hard. If there's anything you don't understand, just ask me." Lu Chun, "What are the rewards for the top 5? He definitely couldn't miss such an event, but he was more concerned about the rewards for the website. Only with rewards would there be motivation. Wu Shanshan, "The prize for the PK champion is 300,000 yuan, and the most popular anchor on the front page will be pushed 3 times. The prize for the PK runner-up is 200,000 yuan and 2 pushes. The prize for the 3rd place is 100,000 yuan and 1 push. The prize for the 4th and 5th place is 50,000 yuan. Whale TV really has a lot of money to spend." Lu Chun was very excited when he saw it. "When will the event be held?" Wu Shanshan, "I forgot to say the most important thing. The Whale PK theme show will be held on May 30th, that is from 8 to 10 o'clock next Saturday evening. But you have to send me the theme content before the 29th. Remember to warm up in advance and let all fans know that you are participating in this event." Lu Chun, "Okay." After talking with Wu Shanshan, Lu Chun began to reply to many messages on QQ. Tonight, Lu Chun did not open a live broadcast. Although he had already announced it in the live broadcast room and the group, there were still many enthusiastic fans who sent letters to inquire with concern. He replied to all that he could. While replying to the message, Lu Chun was also thinking about what theme he would use to participate in the PK show. He already had a preliminary idea in his mind. After dealing with the QQ messages and emails, it was already past 10 o'clock in the evening. Lu Chun turned off his computer and hurried out of his new residence. He stopped a taxi and rushed to the bar. His current performance time at Forget Grass Bar has been postponed to about 11 o'clock in the evening, so as to avoid conflict with a live broadcast and ensure that both can be taken into account. Of course, Lu Chen knows very well that he won't have much time to stay and forget Grass Bar. The world there is too small. It's so small that it can't accommodate his ambition at all. But tonight is very important, and Lu Chen doesn't want to be late. Today is Sunday, and the business in Forget Grass Bar is still very good in the evening. All the tables are full of guests, and even the front of the bar is crowded. It looks very lively. On the stage, there's a female singer singing folk songs. The song is a familiar old song, and the person's face is very strange. Lu Chen knows that this is the singer who came to Forget Grass Bar for the first time. The singers who mix in the bar, even the contracted singers, will often come and go. Communication in this circle is very important. Otherwise, there are only a few familiar faces coming and going, and even the most loyal customers will be tired and aesthetically tired. Oh, our boss Xiao Lu is here. Lu Chen was just about to slip into the backstage. He didn't expect to be seen by David, who was mixing drinks for the guests. The guy immediately shouted in a strange voice, causing the customers sitting in front of the bar to turn their heads and look. It's really Xiao Lu. Now it should be Boss Xiao Lu, hee. Boss Xiao Lu, I watched your performance live yesterday. Your 2 new songs were really good. We should ask Boss Xiao Lu to give us a discount. Xiao Lu, most of the people who like to stay in front of the bar are old drivers. Most of them know Lu Chen and joked with David. Everyone, please spare this kid. Lu Chen didn't know whether to laugh or cry as he stared at David. He then bowed to the old customers and begged for mercy. I'll treat everyone to a drink. In the future, just call me Xiao Lu. I really don't deserve to be called a boss. He didn't expect that the news of him obtaining shares of Forget Grass Bar would spread so quickly. Now everyone knows about it. It should be David's big mouth that spread it. In fact, Lu Chen only holds 5% of the shares. He can barely be considered as a small shareholder. Qin Hanyang and Sister Na also have some shares of Forget Grass Bar, but it is a non-transferable bonus share. The old drivers got the benefits and happily let Lu Chen go. The big room backstage of Forget Grass Bar was also very lively. Other than Sister Na, Li Hong, Yi Jinyang, and Wang Xiaoshui, the members of the Bionics who rarely come out of their small room were also there. There were also many others who came to run the show. Xiao Lu is here. Seeing Lu Chen come in, Sister Na was the first to express a warm welcome. Everyone is waiting for you. Lu Chen smiled and said, I moved today, so I came a bit late. I didn't miss Sister Na's first song, right? Tonight, Sister Na will sing the song he wrote for himself for the first time. Originally, the first song was scheduled for yesterday's music festival, but because the North Needle Band gave up performing after Lu Chen, Sister Na temporarily changed the song. She didn't want to take away the glory that belonged to Lu Chen. Therefore, this new song that she prepared for a long time was placed in the Forget Grass Bar tonight. Sister Na complained, If you don't come, how can I sing? If you're not here, I can't even open my mouth, ha ha ha. As she spoke, she began to laugh. She laughed very happily. The others, regardless of whether they were familiar with him or not, all greeted Lu Chen enthusiastically or politely. After experiencing last night's Light Blue Music Festival, Lu Chen has already become famous in the circle of Hohai. His outstanding singing ability has gained everyone's recognition. His status has undoubtedly exceeded that of ordinary singers. Young and talented, who wouldn't want to be friends with such a person? Among the people present, only Yi Jinyang didn't dare to speak much with Lu Chen. His polite words were dry. Those who didn't know would think that the two of them didn't know each other. Their eyes flashed with a guilty conscience. Lu Chen was very clear about the other party's ulterior motives, but he was too lazy to care about it. If in the past, Lu Chen would still envy Yi Jinyang, then now he can completely ignore the other party. As for the little tricks that Yi Jinyang invited people to play at Light Blue Music Festival, not only did it not affect Lu Chen, it instead made him full of fighting spirit, and he displayed 100% of his strength on the stage. Yi Jinyang was just a villain in vain. Lu Chen's vision has long been set on a wider world. Chapter 49. At 12 o'clock in the evening, many people were already in dreamland. But for the other group of people, their nightlife had just begun. After the magic show ended, Sister Na stepped onto the stage. The stage of Forget Grass Bar wasn't big. She couldn't count how many times she had sung on it. Even with her eyes closed, she could still stand in a familiar position. However, tonight, Sister Na was particularly excited. It was like the first time she went on a date with a boy. Even if the result wasn't perfect, the process was undoubtedly worth remembering. Facing more than 200 customers in the bar, both acquaintances and strangers, she clenched the microphone in her hand. For this debut, Sister Na had made a lot of preparations. She had rehearsed with the Bionics again and again. Although Tachin was very supportive and didn't mind, she really felt that she couldn't let her friends down. Therefore, she would never allow herself to sing badly. Behind Sister Na, Chin Hanyang was bringing the Bionics on stage. They were also going to accompany Sister Na's performance. Finally, it was Lu Chen's turn. Before rushing to the Forget Worries bar, Lu Chen never thought that Chin Hanyang would leave a place for him when arranging the music. The guitar accompaniment of the two bars was very simple and light, but the meaning was completely different. It was a surprise. Pa, pa, pa. Before Sister Na started singing, warm applause sounded in the bar first. Among the people who came to Forget Grass Bar tonight, many of them knew and were familiar with Sister Na's old customers, and many of them were her friends in the circle. Everyone already knew that she was going to sing a new song. Come on, Sister Na. Enthusiastic shouts and loud whistles followed, easily pushing the atmosphere to a climax. This also caused Sister Na's eyes to be filled with sparkling tears. She was a veteran who had experienced the ups and downs of life. Normally, she wouldn't be easily moved by something. Thank you, everyone. Sister Na took a deep breath, then raised the microphone and said, I'm very happy that so many friends came to support me tonight. I'm really happy. I'll first bring Thank You to everyone. Thank You was a light rock song that was very popular in China in the early 1990s. The melody was passionate and full of passion and vitality. The lyrics were positive and sunny, containing the power of hard work. The charm of a classic would not easily fade with time. Instead, it would become more mellow and touching. This song had been covered countless times. It could often be heard in the bars of Hohai, and there were many different versions. Lu Chen had also played and sung Thank You here. Sister Na's singing style was completely different from his. Under the accompaniment of the Bionics, she dug out the inner spirit of the song incisively and vividly, using her unique voice to sing a real rock and roll flavor. Thank you for accompanying me for every minute of my life. Thank you for giving me sunshine and strength. Thank you for supporting me without any complaints or regrets. You helped me escape from the darkness and made me no longer a coward. Thank you. When the song ended, the audience burst into thunderous applause. Although it was a warm-up song, Sister Na performed very well. Her skills and emotions were very good, showing her deep foundation and experience. She was worthy of her position as the big sister of the Forget Grass Bar singers. Many of the customers present were knowledgeable about music. Naturally, they would not be stingy with their applause. Thank you. After singing Thank You, Sister Na bowed to everyone to thank them. When the applause subsided, she continued, Next, I will sing the second song. I believe many of you already know that it will be a new song that I have been preparing for a long time. And this song was specially written for me by our music genius, Lu Chen. Sister Na turned around and looked at Lu Chen, who was sitting with the Bionics, with a trace of gratitude in her eyes. Music genius was a new nickname for Lu Chen that had just spread in the circle of Hohai. The circle of Hohai was not big, so news often spread quickly. The two original works he sang at the music carnival were sold at an astonishing high price, and it had already spread throughout the circle. In addition, Lu Chen had been singing You Who Sat Next to Me and Cinderella in Forget Grass Bar. Sister Na added another sentence. To be precise, it should be our handsome little genius. Xiao Lu handsome genius. Applause and laughter sounded at the same time. Lu Chen stood up with his guitar in embarrassment and waved to everyone. Don't tease the handsome guy anymore. I'm not the main character tonight. The next moment, the prelude quietly sounded. The spotlight on the stage shone on Sister Na, making her the focus of the audience. The name of this song is I Want to Have a Home. She faced the audience and stopped smiling. She half closed her eyes and quietly listened to the prelude that had just begun. Then, very naturally, she opened her mouth and sang the song that she had practiced countless times. I want to have a home, a place that doesn't need to be gorgeous. When I'm tired, I will think of it. I want to have a home, a place that doesn't need to be big. When I am scared, I will not be afraid. The beautiful and moving melody, straightforward and realistic lyrics, coupled with the just right arrangement, under the perfect interpretation of Sister Na's unique voice, it was like flowing water in everyone's heart, touching the soul. Who doesn't want a home? But some people don't have it. Tears flowing down his face. He can only wipe it gently by himself. I envy him so much he can go home after he is injured, and I can only be alone looking for my home. Tears, once again, appeared in Sister Na's eyes. She closed her eyes, afraid to shed tears. Happy families are always similar. Unfortunate families have their own misfortunes. Sister Na's family is undoubtedly one of the most unfortunate. She drifted away from home when she was young and has never returned home for more than 20 years. Because that home no longer exists, it belongs to a distant memory that she wants to forget. However, in the depths of her heart, how could she not desire to have a real home of her own? Tears still uncontrollably flowed down, but the accompaniment and singing became high-spirited and fierce. Although I don't have a warm home, but I also gradually grow up. As long as the heart is full of love, will be cared for. Who can't blame? Everything can only rely on oneself. Although you have a home and you don't lack anything, why can't I see your smiling face? Always say there is no love. Don't go home all day, the same age, different hearts. Let me have a home. While singing and venting her emotions, Sister Na resisted looking at someone who was sitting in the audience at this moment, because she was afraid that her eyes would expose her heart, and she was afraid of the pain of being rejected. She has been rejected too many times. Under her strong and optimistic appearance, hidden is a fragile and sensitive heart. After the first song, applause sounded again, neat and warm. Many people stood up and applauded hard, and even tears appeared in some people's eyes. They are all like Sister Na, drifting in the capital for many years. Although some people have already achieved a career, some people have an annual salary of hundreds of thousands, can afford to live in apartments, hotels, and car loans. But they have lived in the basement, used to be crowded in the subway, used to rely on instant noodles to survive day after day, faced countless difficulties and setbacks, and in the increasingly heavy work and entertainment, numb like walking corpses. At that time, even now, they also long to have a warm home, long to have a considerate and kind husband, or a gentle and beautiful wife, and an obedient and sensible child can go out and play happily with the family on weekends. No matter what they experience outside, home will always be a peaceful harbor, a holy place for healing. This song, I Want to Have a Home, sings the voice of everyone, causing a resonance from the soul. They feel the same. They can't help but feel. I want to have a home, a place that doesn't need to be gorgeous. Lu Chan sat on the piano stool, holding the guitar and looking at Sister Na on the stage, but his mind flew thousands of miles away. At this moment, he missed his home. Note, I want to have a home. Lyrics/composer, Pan Machin. Chapter 50. After singing I Want to Have a Home for the second time, Sister Na was already in tears. When she sang the last two sentences, her voice was trembling, but it contained a heart-wrenching power. Whether it was familiar or unfamiliar customers, friends in the circle, or bar staff, they all stood up and applauded Sister Na. There was no cheering, no noise, just applause. The pure and warm applause penetrated the doors and windows of the bar and passed to the pedestrian street outside, causing several passers-by to look back, not knowing what happened inside. Qin Hanyang put down the electric guitar in his hand, got up and strode over, opening his arms and hugging Sister Na. Good singing, he said loudly. Great. Sister Na hugged Qin Hanyang back, put her chin on his shoulder, and wiped her tears on his t-shirt. Her face showed a smile. "Thank you." Qin Hanyang patted her back, released his embrace, and stepped back. Then Lu Chun came up and hugged Sister Na. "Sister Na is mighty." Sister Na laughed with tears. "Nonsense." Then the drummer, keyboardist, bass player of the Bionics. Everyone hugged again and again, not only to congratulate her on the success of her first song, but also to express their support. The applause in the bar never stopped, and it reached a climax when Sister Na hugged all the band members and bowed to them to thank them. Someone shouted, "Sing it again." Sister Na reached out to wipe the tears from the corner of her eyes, smiled, and said, "Thank you so much, everyone. I can only sing this song once tonight, but I have signed a contract with Light Rain Media. After the single is released, I will give everyone here a copy, okay?" Sister Na is going to release a single? Hearing this, everyone was stunned for a moment before they cheered one after another. Although it is not a real album, being able to sign a contract with a media company to release a single is already a dream for many singers. Of course, it is worth being happy. As Sister Na's friends, they are honored. "Congratulations, Sister Na." Lu Chun was the first to congratulate Sister Na. He also just learned the news. Sister Na said, "Xiao Lu, thank you so much." What Lu Chun gave her was not only a good song, but also a chance for her to realize her dream. In the Forget Grass Bar, it was a sleepless night. Time slipped away unknowingly, and the weather in the capital became hotter and hotter. In the blink of an eye, it was already the end of May. It had been almost a week since the Light Blue Music Festival, and Lu Chen's life had changed a lot. First of all, he moved to a new house and owned a comfortable single apartment. The quality of his life had obviously improved. After that, Lu Chun spent more time and energy on his webcasting career. Naturally, the number of times he went to Forget Grass Bar at night decreased. It was more like he went there for a guest appearance. Chen Jianhao had no opinion on this. After all, Lu Chun was now a small shareholder of the bar, and the bar's business was better now. There were a lot of singers who came to perform and stay, and many of them came for Lu Chun. Relying on Chen Jianhao's connections, Sister Na and the Bionics were successful in signing with Light Rain Media. However, the contract signed by the two was a short-term cooperation. The focus was on the two songs, "I Want to Have a Home" and "In the Spring." At that time, Sister Na and the Bionics would be a group to carry out packaging and publicity and release a single and mini album. As for Lu Chun himself, there was a management company and an entertainment company that came to his door. They both wanted to sign Lu Chun, but the scale of the two companies was small, and the contract also had a lot of restrictions. How could Lu Chun be willing to sign? So he politely declined, saying that if there was a chance in the future, everyone could cooperate. Even if the business couldn't be done, there was no need to be unhappy. In this regard, thanks to the experience of the three memories in the dream, Lu Chun handled it well and didn't offend anyone. As for the singers in the circle, when Lu Chun performed at Forget Worries Bar, there were a lot of people who came over to get close to him, but no one asked or bought songs from Lu Chun. Basically, they were all familiar faces. In fact, this was very normal. Although Lu Chun showed amazing talent, whether it was You Who Sat Next to Me, Cinderella, or In the Spring, Blue Lotus, I Want to Have a Home, they could all be regarded as masterpieces or even classics. But his works, after all, have not passed the test of the market. It was useless to just praise it in the circle. Moreover, the price of a work was so expensive, how many singers would be willing to take a gamble? As for this, Lu Chun had already expected it. He wasn't in a hurry and waited for the three songs to go on the market. Speaking of which, it was very interesting. Back then, Su Qingmei wanted to sign him, but was rejected by him. Now, the three songs that he had sold were all managed by Light Rain Media. Light Rain Media is a new company in the industry. It doesn't lack background and contacts. What it lacks is experience and heritage. In addition, the promotion and publicity of a song is not a simple matter. Therefore, if Lu Chun wants to use the east wind of Light Rain Media to make his reputation, he needs to wait patiently. It is precisely because of this that he has spent more time on online live broadcasts that can make more money. Now, the number of Fish fans in Lu Fei's live broadcast room has reached more than 250,000, and the online popularity is maintained between 150,000 and 300,000. The average daily fishball reward is 5T, and he has successfully entered the ranks of whale TV list anchors. However, Wu Shanshan told Lu Chun that it would not be easy to rush up again at this point. Lu Chun himself has the same feeling, so he attaches great importance to the PK-themed show on the evening of the 30th, because this will be his best opportunity to break through the bottleneck. At noon on the 29th, Lu Chun sent the theme of his carefully prepared live broadcast to Wu Shanshan. Just after finishing the conversation with Wu Shanshan, the QQ in the lower right corner of the screen jumped up with a lovely girl's head. Lu Chun clicked on it and couldn't help but smile. Yi Zitong, a sophomore girl in the Department of Literature at Beijing Normal University, once came to Forget Worries Bar with her classmates to listen to him sing. Thus, the two met and added each other's QQ number. The beautiful girl and her classmates also uploaded the videos of Lu Chun's playing and singing You Who Sat Next to Me and Cinderella during the live broadcast of the Beihai City Forum. He once browsed the post and quietly clicked a like. That post was really popular. Unfortunately, the influence of the Beihai City Forum was limited. If there were no professional internet pushers to add fuel to the fire, it would not set off much of a storm on the internet. Lu Chun and Yi Zitong have always been in contact on QQ, but the number of conversations is very few. In the past, when his family was well off, Lu Chun may have taken the initiative to pursue, but now he is burdened with a heavy mountain of debt. He only thinks about how to make more money and really doesn't have much mood to talk about love. Yi Zitong, Senior Lu Chun, are you free this afternoon? Lu Chun, I'm free. What's the matter? Yi Zitong, it's like this. My computer is broken and can't be repaired, so I want to buy a new laptop. Senior, you are a computer science major. Can you accompany me to Computer City to help take a look so that I won't be cheated? Lu Chun, that's no problem. Why don't I come to you now? During this time, in addition to exercising in the morning, he stayed at home most of the time. In addition to writing songs, he sang live. He hasn't been out for a long time, and he needs to relax. In addition, Lu Chun also wants to buy a laptop for himself. He's going to take it back to his sister, Lu Shui. Just together. Yi Zitong, that's great. I'll wait for you at the gate of Beijing Normal University. Lu Chun, okay. Turning off the computer, he got up and went to the bedroom to change into a new suit, and then ran to the bathroom to wash his face. Clean and refreshed, he went out the door. When he walked out the door, Lu Chun suddenly thought of a question. Is this a date? He shook his head with a wry smile. But it is undeniable that he has a very good impression of Yi Zitong. After stopping a taxi at the intersection of the front gate of the community, Lu Chun quickly arrived at Beijing Normal University in the university town. At the main gate of Beijing Normal University, he saw Yi Zitong and Zhuo Xintian. Zhuo Xintian is Yi Zitong's classmate and roommate. She also came to Forget Grass Bar that day. The live video post of Lu Chun's two songs was posted by Zhuo Xintian on the Beihai City Forum using her own account. Seeing Lu Chun, Zhuo Xintian smiled and asked, Senior Lu Chun, are you disappointed? Chapter 51. Zhuo Xintian, as her name suggests, has a sweet and lovely appearance. Especially when she smiles, her head will tilt slightly to the right, and then two shallow dimples appear on her cheeks, making people have the urge to poke them with their fingers. Her smile is a little sly, probably because she wants to see the disappointed and depressed expression on Lu Chun's face at this moment. But she thinks too much. There is no disappointment, only surprise. It is my honor to be able to accompany the two junior sisters. Lu Chun is not a fledgling boy. He was also a very famous romantic figure at Jianghai University. How could he be squeezed by Zhuo Xintian's little teasing? He laughed and said, Others are envious of me. Lu Chun is right. People come and go at the main gate of the capital. Many people notice him and Yi Zitong and Zhuo Xintian. Their eyes are full of curiosity and envy. Yi Zitong is graceful and beautiful. Zhuo Xintian is small and exquisite and has a smile like a flower, and Lu Chun is tall and handsome. The combination of the three is easy to be the focus of attention no matter where they go. Yi Zitong noticed the gazes of others and pushed her friend shyly. Tianan, let's go. So Xin Tian smiled and hugged her arm and said, Yi Zi, don't you think I'm a light bulb? Yi Zitong's pretty face was suddenly stained with a faint blush, and she said angrily, What nonsense are you talking about? I'm asking Senior to accompany me to buy a computer. What do you think you're doing? So Xin Tian smiled and winked at Lu Chun. Lu Chun didn't know whether to laugh or cry. It seems like the two of them are really dating. Okay, I won't joke around. So Xin Tian said, Yi Zi wants to buy a computer, and I also want to change a keyboard. Where's Senior going to take us? Lu Chun thought about it and said, Let's go to the Bay Digital City. It's relatively more reliable there. When Lu Chun first came to Beijing, the place where he worked was a digital city. Although he didn't work in that job for long, he also learned a lot of inside information. He knew the reputation of several big computer cities. Bay Digital City, so Xin Tian said, I've been there before. It's just 7 stops away from Line 3. Yi Zitong nodded and said, Yes, I brought my transportation card. I won't be stuck in traffic even if I take the subway. Lu Chun originally wanted to hail a taxi by the roadside. Since they all said to take the subway, he naturally followed their advice. The subway station was very close to Jingshu University. The three of them walked over the bridge at the crossroads and arrived at the university in just a few steps. Everyone swiped their cards and quickly boarded the subway. It was a Friday afternoon. Although it was not rush hour yet, Line 3 had always been a popular line, so the carriages were almost full of people. The two beautiful girls inevitably attracted attention when they got on the train. Lu Chun quietly took them to the corner of the carriage. He took advantage of his height and long arms. His left hand held the vertical bar on the left side, and his right hand held the bracelet on it. He opened his arms and protected the two of them inside, isolating them from some malicious eyes. Zhou Xinqian took Yi Zitong's hand and whispered in her ear, Senior is very manly. Yi Zitong and Lu Chun were very close. It was not known if it was because there were too many people in the carriage and it was too hot, but her face was red. When she heard Zhou Xinqian's whisper, the color deepened. The car started to move forward. The speed increased and the vibration became frequent. The two girls inevitably touched Lu Chun's body. Lu Chun tried to stabilize himself and not move. He did not want others to misunderstand that he was taking advantage of them. But in the summer, everyone's clothes were very thin. When they touched each other, they could clearly feel each other's softness or firmness. Yi Zitong lowered her head and did not dare to look at Lu Chun. Even Zhou Xinqian did not speak. Lu Chun smelled the intoxicating scent of the girls. It took a great deal of willpower to control the thoughts that arose in his heart. Fortunately, the 7-stop road was not very long. Lu Chun's suffering did not last too long. After leaving the subway station, the Bay Digital City was opposite. As soon as Lu Chun led them over, a group of people immediately surrounded them. Brother, what computer do you want to buy? For your girlfriend? If you want to buy a computer, you must come to our store. We guarantee a 10-year reputation. We are now promoting it. This is a rare opportunity. Please come to our store and have a look. If the things are not good, we don't need to pay. We have all kinds of configurations. Our store. Lu Chun knew that these people had been soliciting customers at the entrance of the digital city all year round. Their eyes were very sharp. They could see that he was really here to buy something, so they were very enthusiastic. But if he was fooled by them, he would be a sucker. At that time, even if he cried to the heavens, he would not be able to find anyone. Lu Chun quickly blocked them and said, We have already seen it, so you don't have to worry about it. As soon as his voice fell, he immediately pulled Yi Zitong, who was still a little confused, and quickly walked into the digital city. After smoothly breaking through the other party's encirclement, Lu Chun let go of Yi Zitong's small hand and explained, Coming to the digital city to buy a computer, the most frightening thing is to be entangled by them. None of them are good. Yi Zitong's expression was very strange. She seemed shy and angry, but she did not speak. Zhou Xinqian held her arm and smiled ambiguously. They were holding hands. Lu Chun coughed a little awkwardly and said, Let's go up and have a look. He He wanted to say that he really didn't mean it. It was purely an accident. Fortunately, the girl did not care. Along the escalator, the three of them came to the third floor of Bay City. In order to resolve the embarrassment just now, Luchan asked, "Why don't you consider buying it online? Nowadays, online shopping is very convenient. You won't lose out if you place an order in a brand flagship store." Yizidong's expression returned to normal. She said, "We can't buy the real thing online. We have to try it first and see if we like it. If the price in the store is not right, then we will go online to buy the same model." Zhuoxintian laughed and said, "We often buy clothes like this. We only try it and don't buy it. We will piss off those who rip us off." Luchan was dumbfounded. They were much smarter than he thought when it came to shopping. In the past 10 years, online shopping had developed rapidly and had become an important driving force of the domestic economy. Correspondingly, it had also dealt a heavy blow to physical retail stores. For example, of the original 7 major digital electronic cities in Beijing, there were now only 4 left, and they were basically struggling at death's door. Strictly speaking, the decline of many physical stores and shopping malls could not be blamed entirely on online shopping. For example, the computer city in Beijing had always been known for its chaos and disorder. The phenomenon of ripping off customers and bullying customers continued despite repeated prohibitions. It had become a cancer in the industry. When Luchan first worked in the computer city, it was because he could not accept this bad atmosphere that he left. It was true that he was down and out, but he would never use swindling and cheating to make a living. There was plenty of time in the afternoon. Luchan took Yizidong and Zhuoxintian to visit one store after another. They mainly looked at the brand stores, especially the flagship stores. Even if the price was expensive, they had to buy with confidence. The help he could provide to Yizidong was to pay attention to the computer's configuration. As for the style and color, it was up to the latter to decide. Girls did not have high requirements for hardware and paid special attention to appearance. The three of them looked around as if they were shopping. Finally, Yizidong saw a light notebook in a flagship store of a joint venture brand. The price was 5,500 yuan. Luchan checked the computer's configuration. Although the performance was not very strong, it was enough for girls. The price was a little expensive, but the design was very fashionable and beautiful. He asked the salesperson in the store, "If I buy 2, how much discount can I get?" The price of the flagship store's display was also inflated. Luchan did not want to be long-winded with the salesperson, so he directly showed his cards. The salesperson, who was originally smiling, immediately showed an aggrieved expression and said, "Sir, we are a flagship store. The price is not discounted. The goods are genuine and fair." Luchan smiled and immediately took out his mobile phone to search for the same brand on the internet and showed the online price to the salesperson. The salesperson was very experienced and quickly said, "Sir, things on the internet are not reliable. Let's not talk about anything else. Online is also a flagship store." Luchan said straightforwardly, "2 computers add up to a total of 10,000 yuan. You can also give me a matching set of keyboard and mouse. If it's okay, then it's okay. If it's not okay, I will go back and buy it online myself." Seeing that Luchan was so determined and that the 2 girls were following his lead, the shrewd salesperson knew that if they wanted to make this deal, they had to agree to Luchan's conditions. Of course, they could also make a profit. It was just a matter of how much. The salesperson hesitated for a moment and said, "Well, we are really going to lose money." Luchan grinned and said, "Go to the warehouse and bring the stock over. Let's make this clear first. If you bring goods that have been exposed, then I will not accept it." Chapter 52. The so-called exposed was a jargon. It referred to unscrupulous merchants who would use a hairdryer to heat up the seal at the bottom of the packaging box and unseal the newly packaged goods. Then, they would take out the accessories or even the host computer and replace it with refurbished goods or even counterfeit goods to make a huge profit. As long as the technique was right, ordinary customers would not be able to see through the flaws. They would think that the goods had not been unsealed, and they would not even know that they had suffered a loss. Luchan saw that the salesman agreed readily, So he gave the salesman a heads up in advance, letting him know that he knew the business and could not be fooled, so that he would not have to negotiate later. In fact, when encountering a more shady shop, the salesman often tricked the customer into paying first, and then deceived them with the same model, but a lower version. The water in the computer sales industry was very deep. However, the customers learned to be smart after being fooled so many times. Coupled with the rapid transmission of information on the internet, everyone was willing to go to reliable shopping websites, so these notorious digital malls could not survive. The salesman's face stiffened, and he showed a smile that was uglier than crying. "Sir, please rest assured that our shop is about credibility. We will not deceive our customers." Lu Chen smiled and did not say anything. Of course, he did not dare to deceive those who knew the business. But those who did not know the business were just sharpening their knives to become pigs and sheep. The salesman ran to the warehouse to transfer the goods. Zhuo Xintian said with great admiration, "Senior, you are really amazing." She and Yi Zidong were very smart girls. How could they not see the salesman's guilty conscience? If they had not asked for Lu Chen's help today, how could they know so many tricks and schemes? They probably bought it according to the online price, and the goods inside had already been changed to unknown goods. Yi Zidong was a little worried. Will it be troublesome to find them for warranty in the future? The salesman had been crushed by Lu Chen like his father had died. It was hard to guarantee that he would not take revenge in the future. Lu Chen smiled and said, "Why look for them for warranty? Just go directly to the brand's after-sales service. If you look for them for repair, you will be cheated again. There is no need at all." The water of repair was deeper than that of sales. Yi Zitong was relieved. Her beautiful eyes were shining, and she bit her lip and asked, "Senior Lu Chen, why did you say you wanted to buy two? Are you going to buy one for yourself as a gift?" This kind of notebook suitable for girls is obviously not for Lu Chen's own use. Lu Chen explained, "Yes, the other one is for my sister. She's going to college next year." Yi Zitong smiled and said, "So that's how it is. You are so good to your sister." As a result, she inadvertently saw Zhuo Xintian casting an ambiguous look at her and suddenly blushed. Lu Chen smiled, but he was sighing in his heart. His sister Lu Shui used to have a computer. Later, something happened to her family, and she became a Cinderella from a little princess. Lu Chen has always wanted to buy her a new computer, and it wasn't until now that he got his wish. The two new computers were brought over. Lu Chen checked them twice, and after confirming that there were no problems, he opened the box and checked the machine and finally paid for them. At this time, the two girls finally had a chance to show their talent. Under their insistence, the store finally gave them 2 sets of matching keyboards and mice, which were cheaper than online shopping. In the end, the salesman sent the 3 of them out of the door with a black face. After buying a suitable new computer, Yi Zitong was in a good mood. "Senior, I will treat you to dinner tonight." "Thank you." It was already 5 p.m., just in time for dinner. Zhuo Xintian said faintly, "You invited Senior, but not me. Heartless is the best sister." "Ah." Zhuo Xintian's voice suddenly rose an octave. It turned out that Yi Zitong, who could not bear it any longer, had used her magic tickling skill. Yi Zidong was so scared that she hid behind Lu Chen. "Senior, save me." The two girls sandwiched Lu Chen, who did not know whether to laugh or cry, in the middle, attracting the attention of many passers-by. And Lu Chen had a feeling of returning to his old school, very warm and happy. Dinner was also very happy. In the end, Yi Zidong paid the bill. Originally, Lu Chen was going to pay the bill, but he could not resist the former's insistence. He could see that Yi Zitong was the kind of girl who had a lot of self-respect. She was smart and reserved, beautiful but not arrogant. She had a good family background, so she did not like to take advantage of others. Such a girl, there might not be one in 1,000 people. Lu Chen did not deny that he had a good impression of Yi Zitong, but his current attitude towards feelings was to leave it to fate. Even if they could not be lovers, being friends was also very good. After leaving the restaurant, it was still early. Lu Chen said, "Can you do me the honor of inviting the two of you to Forget Worries Bar?" Before Yi Zitong could answer, Zhou Xintian clapped her hands and said, "Great. Then, Senior, can you sing a new song?" Lu Chen asked, "New song? Don't you like You and Cinderella?" These two songs had become his signature in Forget Worries bar, and many customers especially came to listen to him sing. "You and Cinderella are both very good," Zhou Xintian said with a smile, "but if Senior can give a song to Yi, that would be the best." Obviously, she was the one who liked the new and hated the old, but she wanted to use Yi Zitong as a signature. Yi Zitong covered her face with her hands, with a helpless expression of being defeated by her. Lu Chun smiled and said, "Then let's go together. I will send you back to school before 10 o'clock." So Xintian shouted, "Long live Senior." Yi Zitong hurriedly moved 2 steps away, showing that she had nothing to do with this crazy girl. But she did not refuse Lu Chen's proposal. After stopping a taxi, Lu Chun and the 2 girls went to Forget Grass Bar. On the first night of the weekend, the bar's business was very good. It was just after 7 o'clock, but there were no empty tables. Fortunately, there were still seats in front of the bar. Lu Chun brought people over and said to the bartender, "Brother David, these 2 are my friends. Please take care of them." 2 beautiful girls sitting in front of the bar would inevitably attract the attention of some crazy bees and butterflies. The atmosphere and customer quality of Forget Worries bar were good, but there was no rule that said that girls couldn't be picked up. With David's care, he could help them avoid trouble, and if there was an empty table, he could arrange it as soon as possible. Seeing Yi Zitong and Zhou Xintian, David's eyes suddenly lit up. He held the shaker, raised his left hand to his chest, and bowed in a very gentlemanly manner. "Good evening, 2 beautiful ladies. It is a pleasure to meet you. My name is David Li." Yi Zitong and Zhou Xintian both felt that it was very interesting and replied with a smile, "Hello." David pretended to be deep in thought. "Let me guess which one of you is Boss Xiao Lu's girlfriend." Zhou Xintian used her finger to poke Yi Zitong's arm, causing the latter to roll her eyes in a very unladylike manner. Zhou Xintian smiled and said, "We are just Senior Lu Chen's junior sisters." "Brother David, does Senior Lu Chen not have a girlfriend now? And why do you call him Boss Xiao Lu?" "What?" David was surprised. "You guys don't know?" Lu Chen finally couldn't listen anymore. "You guys chat. I'm going backstage to prepare to sing." He could only flee. Zhou Xintian shouted behind him, "Senior, don't forget." After running backstage to say hello to Sister Na and the others, Lu Chen borrowed a guitar from Qin Hanyang and then went on stage. There were many customers in the bar who knew Lu Chen, and they were very happy to see him appear. Lu Chen's performance time had long been changed to after 11 o'clock, and he no longer sang every day, so it was really a surprise to see him on stage so early. Applause and whistles rang out at the same time. Lu Chen sat in front of the microphone with his guitar and said, "Thank you, everyone. Tonight I will sing 3 songs. The first 2 are the ones you like and are familiar with. For the 3rd song," he paused and looked at the 2 girls sitting in front of the bar. "It will be a new song. It will also be the first time singing in Forget Worries bar." The applause that had just subsided sounded again, and it was at least 10 times more enthusiastic than before. Who among those old customers didn't know Lu Chen's talent? Who didn't like his original works? To be able to hear his new song again, it was simply a surprise among surprises. So Xintian tightly grabbed Yi Zitong's arm and said excitedly, "Yi Zi, Senior is really going to sing a new song." Yi Zitong nodded, her eyes shining with a moving light. Chapter 53. That day dusk, white snow began to fall. Sadness, blooming all over the hills, waiting for youth to leave. Midnight movies, full of ancient love, in the darkness, singing for young. The Forget Grass Bar, which was full of people, was very quiet. Everyone was quietly listening to Lu Chen's playing and singing, listening to a new song that they had never heard before. Although the melody was different, it was still the familiar style. The sound of the piano was melodious, and Lu Chen was singing. There was no hoarse roar, nor was there any blood-boiling excitement. He was just telling the story of the past, with a little sadness and nostalgia in the warmth and romance. The song he wrote seemed to be like a glass of clear and transparent white water, which could be tasted carefully. Let's go, girl, to look at the red morning glow. Bring my love song, you sing in the wind. Dew hangs on the ends of hair, full of transparent melancholy, is the first confusion of my life. Yi Zidong sat in front of the bar. Her position was very good. She could clearly see Lu Chun on the stage. She couldn't help but stare at the face that she was not very familiar with. It was a clean and handsome face, with thick and neat eyebrows and a straight nose, but the thing that left the deepest impression was that pair of bright and spirited eyes. That kind of deep darkness seemed to contain countless secrets, causing people to be unable to help themselves from wanting to explore them. Yi Zitong's pretty face suddenly turned red, so red that it was a little hot, because Lu Chen's gaze looked over, as if he was singing for her. When the years and beauty have become a sigh in the wind, in your sad eyes, there are tears of the old days, the age of believing in love, the song that I couldn't sing for you. Let me often recall in my life. Gently playing the last note, the song came to an end. Lu Chun withdrew his gaze. He put the guitar on his lap and said to the microphone, "A song, Love in the Wind, is also my original work. I hope everyone likes it." As expected, the applause rang out, lasting and warm, pure and sincere. Whether in terms of melody or style, this song, Love in the Wind, did not exceed the scope of You Who Sat Next to Me and Cinderella. It was still a nostalgic folk song, but it still brought a lot of surprises to everyone. There were many talented singers who often fell into a dilemma after creating one or two masterpieces. Their subsequent works lost their spirit and soul. Some were even satisfied with the reputation and benefits brought by their previous works, and went to pursue flashy things. Lu Chun was obviously not like that. His inspiration seemed to be endless, and the works he created in succession could be said to be fine or even classic. Whether it was lyrics or music composition, there was no perfunctory. Even if this song, Love in the Wind, is not better than other songs, it is enough. When love has become a song, when the singer has left, when the past gradually drifts away, who among the passers-by can forget such a touching love song? So at this time, all they had to do was applaud. Zhua Xinqian was also applauding, and her little palms were red. She leaned close to Yi Zitong's ear and said, "Yi Zi, Lu Chun Sr. sang for you, so you should follow him." Yi Zitong gritted her teeth and pinched the little girl with a broken mouth. She said, "If you like it, you can take it away. Don't take me with you." Today, Zhua Xinqian made a lot of jokes with her about Lu Chun. She was simply trying to rob the matchmaker's job. Zhua Xinqian smiled and said, "Don't regret it if I really take you away." Yi Zitong snorted and said, "There are many people who want to chase me." Zhua Xinqian commented, "Insincere." Yi Zitong was speechless. At this moment, on the stage, Lu Chun did not respond to the enthusiastic customer's request to sing a few more songs. He thanked them and left the stage. Lu Chun liked the atmosphere of Forget Grass Bar very much, but this was just a station in his life. He was destined to be unable to stay here, and he would only have less and less time to come here in the future. After returning the guitar to the Bionics, Lu Chun returned to the bar. So Xinqian praised, "Senior Lu Chun, you sang so well. Why don't you sing a few more songs?" Lu Chun explained, "3 songs are enough. Because I need to protect my throat. What would you like to drink? It's my treat." So Xinqian was just about to say yes, but Yi Zitong said, "Thank you, Senior. I want to go back." Zhua Xinqian was surprised. "Yi Zi, are you serious?" Lu Chun was also stunned, and then said, "Okay, then I'll send you back together." Yi Zitong smiled and nodded. Zhua Xinqian was very unhappy, but she could not stay here alone, so she reluctantly left with them. Lu Chun first sent them back to Beijing Normal University. After getting out of the car, Yi Zitong said to him, "Senior, thank you for your trouble today." She was suddenly much more polite to Lu Chun. Lu Chun smiled and said, "You're welcome. If there is any problem with the computer, you can contact me at any time." Yi Zitong said, "Okay." Zhua Xinqian looked at Yi Zitong, and then looked at Lu Chun with a puzzled expression. Lu Chun waved at her goodbye. After Lu Chun left in a taxi, Yi Zitong and Zhuo Xintian walked towards the university. Zhuo Xintian hesitated. When they were about to reach the dormitory building, she cautiously asked, "Yi Zi, are you angry?" Yi Zitong smiled and said, "No, I'm just thinking about how to deal with you later." "Huh," Zhuo Xintian said disdainfully. "You're so stubborn now, but when we really go to bed, who knows who will deal with who?" Ah. The crisp laughter and playfulness of the two spread far and wide in the campus at night. Unfortunately, Lu Chun could not hear it. He returned to the single apartment in Jincheng Yuan, took a shower first, and then turned on the computer and logged into Whale TV. Just as he was about to open the live broadcast, his phone suddenly rang. Seeing the name displayed on the screen, Lu Chun quickly took the phone and pressed the call button. "Sister." It was his sister, Lu Shi, who called Lu Chun. Lu Shi was 3 years older than Lu Chun. She also graduated from Jianghai University. She was an alumnus of Lu Chun, but she majored in finance. It has been 2 years since she graduated, and she is currently working in a private company. "Lu Chun, I heard from Mom that you are very promising now." Lu Shi's voice was still familiar, still with a teasing tone. "Did you give 300,000 yuan to your family?" "Ahem." Lu Chun coughed twice and said, "I was lucky. I wrote 2 songs and sold them at a high price to earn money." "Such a promising thing that can make money, then you should do it well." Lu Shi said, "You don't have to worry about my affairs. I'm not going to take the postgraduate entrance examination. You just take care of yourself." As soon as her voice fell, she hung up the phone. Lu Chun smiled bitterly at the busy tone of the cell phone. Lu Chun's sister had a tough temper. She inherited the strength and stubbornness of her parents. Her relationship with him was not very good. Before his sister, Lu Shui, was born, because Lu Chun was a boy, he was always the most favored at home. He more or less developed a little arrogance and willfulness of a rich child. When Lu Qingxing's career was in trouble, Lu Chun was still addicted to the romance of college. He was indifferent to the situation of his family. He only knew how to ask for money. It was not until his father died of overwork that he suddenly woke up. Although at that time, no matter how hard Lu Chun worked, it was useless. But Lu Shi insisted that if he didn't want to earn a family business for Lu Chun, Lu Qingsheng would not work so hard. Since then, the sister and brother haven't talked much. Lu Chun felt guilty, so after making money, he wanted her to go back to school to continue her postgraduate studies and take the doctoral examination to fulfill her dream. Unexpectedly, Lu Shi didn't appreciate it at all. She also called to ridicule him. Lu Chun turned off the computer that he had just turned on. Because of this phone call, he was not in a very good mood, and it was difficult to force a smile in front of the camera. Tomorrow night is the PK theme show of Whale TV. Lu Chun has been preparing for this for a long time. He doesn't want to compete with others in a depressed mood. Lu Chun's goal is to win the top 3 rewards of the PK theme show. This sounds incredible. It should be known that the number of viewers in his current live broadcasting room is the least among all the 24 competitive anchors, and his popularity is far from that of the really popular anchors. But Lu Chun doesn't think that he has no chance to get into the top 3. He firmly believes that his efforts will win success. He will succeed. Note: Love in the Wind, lyrics/composer, Gao Xiaosong. Chapter 54. Hey! Lu Chun stepped forward and punched, suddenly exhaled, as if to release all the strength of his body. His clothes had long been soaked with sweat, and every bit of potential in his body had been squeezed to the extreme. His muscles and bones were sore and numb, but he insisted on finishing this set of boxing. Although it was very hard, Lu Chun had been used to and liked this kind of exercise. In just over half a month, he clearly felt that there had been a good change in his physique. The most important thing was that through this almost masochistic exercise, the negative emotions accumulated in his heart could easily flow out with the sweat, leaving behind the relaxation and joy after persevering. Young man, this set of boxing you're practicing is very interesting. As soon as Lu Chun stopped, an old voice suddenly came from behind him. Who did you learn it from? Lu Chun turned around and saw that the person who spoke was an old man with a head full of silver frost but a ruddy complexion. He was wearing a set of white cotton linen shirt with a lotus leaf collar buttoned at the lapel and a pair of black flat shoes on his feet. He had a sage-like temperament. He replied with a smile, "Hello, old sir. I just practiced blindly. Sorry to make you laugh." Lu Chun came to the small park by the river every day to exercise early. He had seen the old man who liked to do Tai Chi many times, but he just nodded when he met him before and didn't say anything. The boxing he practiced came from Rant's memory. In the world of dreams, martial arts culture prevailed for a long time, and countless classic martial arts films and martial arts films emerged. There were also many stars and martial artists in the film and television circle who were good at martial arts. Interestingly, in the world of Lu Chun's dream, Hong Kong, an international metropolis at the southern end of the motherland, returned in 1997. It was the birthplace of martial arts culture, and there have been several master-level figures in its literary and artistic circle. In reality, Hong Kong returned at the same time as Taiwan in 1967, together with Macau, which returned in 1969. It was one of the three special administrative regions implementing the policy of one country, two systems, which was very different from the situation in the dream world. Similar to the dream world, in reality, the cultural industry of Xinjiang had an incomparably glorious period in the 1980s and 1990s. A large number of films and TV works, such as Police and Robbers, Gods and Ghosts, romance, urban, business war, and even erotic, as well as Cantonese songs, were all popular for a time and had a profound impact on the popular culture of the mainland. Mo Ran had been practicing martial arts since he was a child, and in order to broaden his acting career, he had worked hard in this area. He could really be considered extraordinary. Unfortunately, until the time of the accident, he had never played the lead role in a movie or television. Life was often like this. It didn't mean that you would get the results you wanted just because you worked hard. However, Lu Chun knew that if he didn't work hard, then he wouldn't be able to win. Hearing Lu Chun's humble answer, the old man became angry and shouted, "Blindly practicing? Do you think I don't know? You might be blind, but my old eyes aren't. If you don't want to tell me, then forget it." With that, he angrily turned around and left. Lu Chun was a little speechless. He didn't expect this old man to be so hot-tempered despite his benevolent appearance. Shaking his head helplessly, Lu Chun trotted all the way home. Compared with the original underground dwelling, Jincheng Garden was farther from the riverside park. Therefore, when Lu Chun ate early on the road and returned to his single apartment, it was already past 9 o'clock in the morning. Lu Chun habitually took a shower, then turned on the computer to check his preparation. That's right, the PK theme show in the evening was a battle. As soon as he went on QQ, countless messages swarmed in an instant, beeping nonstop. Lu Chun has the QQ sharp immunity function, so the message must be from the friend he added. So he opened it to see what was going on. As a result, he found that most of the messages actually came from Li Bai, the local tyrant. "Boss, are you there? If you're there, answer quickly. We all need you. General Lu, why is your phone turned off? I can't get in touch with you. Depressing. Are you there?" Lu Chun took out his mobile phone and looked at it. It turned out that it had run out of power and shut down automatically. He quickly replied to Li Bai, "I just came back from a run. My mobile phone ran out of power. What's the matter?" Li Bai replied in an instant, "Damn, boss, you finally appeared. Our Lu Jiejun is going to be dispatched. You quickly come over to mobilize before the war and inspire the morale of the army." Lu Chun couldn't help but look at the time and replied, "Isn't it too early?" Since he announced in the QQ group that he would participate in Whale TV PK theme show, it immediately caused a sensation among Lu Fei's hardcore fish fans. That is, the Lu Jiejun fan group organized by Li Bai. As the founder and biggest supporter of Lu Jiejun, Li Bai immediately said that he would do something big and try to push Lu Chun into the ranks of popular anchors of Whale TV and aim for the top 5 throne of PK. Now Lu Jiejun has expanded to 3 groups, including Lu Jiejun's 1st Division, 2nd Division, and 3rd Division. All of them are super groups with an upper limit of 5,000. which can be regarded as a small scale. Those who are willing to join the group to participate in activities are undoubtedly the real hardcore fans. For Liu Chen's ignorance, Li Bai simply hated iron for not becoming steel. It's still early. Others have already started. If we don't take action, we will really fall behind. Anyway, you don't have to worry about the specific affairs. I will organize and arrange it. You just say a few words in the group. This local tyrant, whose real name Liu Chen doesn't know, is definitely a hardcore among hardcore fans. He treats Liu Jiejun's fan group as his own business. He is so serious and responsible that it makes Liu Chen blush with shame. Liu Chen also asked Li Bai if he was worried that the fan group would affect his work and life. As a result, how did Li Bai answer? Li Bai replied that his work is to eat, drink, and be merry. His life is racing, going to prostitutes, and going to nightclubs. After that, he's been tired of playing all these games. Now he's found a new joy in life. If you have money, you can be so willful. In this regard, Liu Chen can only say that the more hardcore fans of this local tyrant, the better. At the request of the local tyrant, he immediately showed up in the fan group. Hello everyone, I'm here. The 3 divisions of Liu Jiejun that Li Bai created is not only a paid supergroup, but also a group. As an administrator, Liu Chen has the privilege to speak across groups. His words in any group can be synchronized to all the groups belonging to the group. As soon as Liu Chen showed up, the 3 groups boiled at the same time. Lu Feida is online. Boss, we are all looking forward to your appearance. General Liu, come on, you must get into the top 5 tonight. I will always support you. Don't say anything, just watch our actions. Long live Liu Jiejun. Ha ha. The enthusiasm from the fans made Liu Chen very touched. Thank you everyone for your support. I will definitely work hard. Li Bai coolly said, what is our Liu Jiejun's slogan? When the army goes to war, it is invincible. In an instant, the same messages in the group were like a waterfall, filling half of the screen. There were also a variety of emoticons in the middle. Li Bai immediately sent out 3,000 yuan red envelopes in the 3 groups at the same time. Chief of Staff is mighty. Haha, I got a 10 yuan red envelope. I didn't get it. I really can't afford to be hurt. Please send it again, local tyrant. I didn't get it either. 55,555. Let's do it again. Li Bai said, don't worry, everyone. Act according to the scheduled plan. If Lu Feida wins the top 3 in tonight's PK show, then I will send a 10,000 yuan red envelope to all the groups and 5,000 yuan to the top 5. I will never go back on my word. We will fight with Lu Feida. Liu Jiejun will win. Win. Under the command of Li Bai, thousands of group members and fans began to act. Their battlefield is in the forums of major live broadcasting websites. The main battlefield is, of course, Whale TV, followed by related third-party BBS, post bars, QQ groups, and QQ circles, fully publicizing and promoting Liu Chen's live show. Because many websites will crack down on the behavior of the Water Army, ban the account, and even block the IP of the violators, Liu Jiejun's first large-scale action is concentrated on today, striving to achieve the best results. The same thing is being done by other anchors who participate in Whale TV PK theme show. They also have their own fan groups and supporters. A fierce battle is destined to break out in the evening. Chapter 55. Original New Power, Whale PK theme show. I accidentally heard 2 very good songs. Share them with everyone. Tonight, I will meet the Prince of Folk Songs, Lu Fei, at Whale TV and listen to the most moving original folk songs together. You who sat next to me, Cinderella, have you heard of it? With the large-scale movement of Liu Jiejun, more and more promotional posts appeared on major popular BBS, especially in the forums of many anchor platforms, where a large number of advertising posts have been brushed. The same advertisements have also emerged one after another in Postbar, QQ Group, QQ Circle, and other places. The advertisements, without exception, include the anchor promotion of Whale TV PK theme show, as well as links to 2 original songs by Liu Chen. There are many experts in Liu Jiajun's fan group who understand technology. They use posting robots to save time, send hundreds or even thousands of the same post at the same time, and use zombie accounts to carry out large-scale publicity. Although it is a spontaneously organized amateur water army, because of the large number of fans involved in the event, the promotion effect is very good. Many people who are idle and bored on Saturday are attracted to the internet, and then they know that Whale TV will hold an event in the evening and pay attention to Lu Fei's live broadcast room. Of course, most of the posts are either mercilessly blocked by moderators or group owners or disappear silently. But even if only 1/10 or even 1/100th of them play a role, they can also pull a lot of passersby fans. You Who Sat Next to Me plus Cinderella, two original folk songs that are at least fine, make these advertisements seem very convincing and will not make people curse after clicking on them. Liu Jiajun's publicity offensive reached its peak in the afternoon, and the members of the army even had a fierce confrontation with fans of other anchors on the main forum of Whale TV, stirring up the atmosphere. Li Bai personally made the real command in Liu Jiajun's QQ group. The red envelopes were flying all over the sky, which also greatly stimulated the enthusiasm of the group members and fans to participate in the promotion, and they all became tap water. But all this has little to do with Liu Chun. He is doing the final preparations before the live broadcast of the PK-themed show on the computer to ensure that nothing goes wrong. Among the 24 Whale TV anchors participating in the PK, Liu Chen's current popularity index is the lowest, and his goal is to get into the top 3, which is very difficult. But Liu Chen has assessed that this is not completely impossible, because the result of the anchor PK is based on the popularity index, audience votes, and scores. Although popularity is extremely important, it can't completely determine the outcome. For his opponents, Liu Chen has learned about them are either masters in popular games or popular figures in life and entertainment. They all have their own characteristics and advantages. For Whale TV's popular anchor Xiao Xiao Gu, Star Xiao is Star is with the life. His live broadcast can attract millions of fans to watch live. The anchor Qinger Baby is beautiful and has a good figure. She has a sweet voice and can sing. Every night, she can attract countless fish fans to stay in front of the computer. She is known as the first goddess of Whale TV. There are also pure love brother, Rain, Sun. They're all strong opponents. If Liu Chen wants to defeat them, he must have his own trump card. His trump card is undoubtedly his original works. In the 2-hour PK-themed show in the evening, Liu Chen is going to sing 7 songs. In addition to You Who Sat Next to Me, Cinderella, Blue Lotus, and Love in the Wind, he will also come up with 3 new songs. These 7 original songs, which have reached at least the level of fine works, are the magic weapons that Liu Chen used to sweep his opponents of the same level. And they're also the supreme weapons to win the high score of the board. To this end, Liu Chen also spent a lot of time and energy this week to make simple music videos for all 7 songs to match the live broadcast performance in the evening. Liu Chen studied computer science at Jianghai University. He studied computer applications. He is a good talent in this field. He also studied art before. It is not difficult to make music videos with the help of commonly used software. The video material of the music video is all from online resources. After appropriate editing and adding lyric subtitles, it is undoubtedly a big highlight when it is finally played during the live broadcast. The anchor platform of Whale TV supports video synchronization. In order to ensure that nothing goes wrong, Liu Chen needs to practice repeatedly in the background to ensure that the operation can be accurate. Now Lu Fei's live broadcast room, like all the live broadcast rooms that participate in the PK theme show, is temporarily closed. All 24 anchors cannot open the live broadcast channel before 8 p.m. However, at 9 a.m., the homepage of Whale TV was updated, releasing the theme covers of all 24 anchors. Any audience can click on the cover to enter the theme page of the anchor, follow, and participate in the chat and lottery activities. The theme of Liu Chen's live show is called Graduation Season. Listen to the pure and beautiful campus folk songs and recall the past of youth in the graduation season. The term campus folk song has not appeared in reality. In the past, folk songs were usually divided into lyrical folk songs, nostalgic folk songs, rural folk songs, and so on. The once brilliant scenery is no longer there. In Lu Chen's dream world, campus folk songs are popular because of people and are like a flash in the pan. Whether it is gratitude or memorial, Lu Chen brings campus folk songs to his own world and let it shine again. Time passed quietly in the busy waiting. When it was dark, Lu Chen did not go out for dinner and ordered takeout directly online. His preparation work has been completed and he is waiting for the live broadcast to begin. At present, the number of viewers waiting for Lu Fei's live broadcast room is more than 100,000, ranking 7th among all 24 anchors. Although there are still 2 hours before the official start of PK, any ranking is irrelevant, but this also reflects the degree of fan participation. Lu Chen's high popularity is inseparable from the efforts of Lu Jiejun Group. Thousands of fans in Lu Jiejun Group have been mobilized and countless posts have been posted on the internet. It is not known how many IDs have been killed and how many IPs have been blocked, bringing a large number of passers-by fans and new audiences. In addition, support activities have been carried out in the group early. Li Bai has sent out 20,000 to 30,000 red envelopes. So it is reasonable for the popularity to be strong, otherwise he would have just admitted defeat. Lu Jiejun's 3 groups are very lively, and Lu Chen also participates in chatting and interacting with fans. This kind of communication is extremely important. Online anchors are different from real stars. Their aloof attitude will be hated by fans, and the real diehard fans also like to see the anchors bubbling and spitting water in the group. At 7 o'clock in the evening, 1 hour before the start of the PK-themed show, Li Bai suddenly sent a secret message. Li Bai, boss, do you have the confidence to rush to the top 5 tonight? Lu Chen was stunned and replied, what's wrong? Li Bai, I met an enemy who said that it is absolutely impossible for you to rush to the top 5, and he still wants to bet with me. Li Bai, it doesn't matter whether I win or lose, but if I lose to him, I will lose too much face, so I want to ask you, boss. Lu Chen knows that those who can bet with this local tycoon are definitely not ordinary people. His apparent disadvantages are still very obvious. To say that he wants to rush to the top 5, in the eyes of others, it is natural that he is overestimating himself. Li Bai is certainly not convinced, but he is not fully sure in his heart, so he came to ask Lu Chen. It is nothing more than to find some confidence. If you want confidence, then I will give you confidence. Lu Chen did not hesitate and immediately replied, of course I have confidence. What about you? Having come this far, he will not admit defeat to anyone. Even if the opponents are all strong, he will fight to the end. Lu Chen's goal is to be in the top 3. Li Bai, if you have confidence, then I have confidence. Isn't it just 100,000 yuan? I'll bet with him. 100,000 yuan. Lu Chen was a little speechless. He didn't understand the world of the local tycoon. When his family was rich in the past, his monthly pocket money was only a few thousand yuan. Lu Chen suddenly felt that the pressure on him was a lot heavier. At 8 o'clock in the evening, the live broadcast room opened automatically. Whale TV PK theme show competition officially began. Chapter 56. At 8 o'clock in the evening, Chen Xiang logged on to Whale TV on time. Chen Xiang is a Northeasterner. Last year, after he graduated from a local third-rate university, he came to the capital to make a living. He changed jobs several times. Now, he finally stabilized and became a member of the Floating Ants. Chen Xiang is very confused about the future. He didn't think too much about it. Anyway, it is unrealistic to get married and start a career in Beijing. If he can make more money, he will make more money. He will go back in the future. Therefore, he lives a very frugal life, lives in a cheap basement, eats in a cheap fast food restaurant, doesn't have a girlfriend, and doesn't go out to play. His only pastime is the internet, watching movies, novels, listening to pop music, and running to the forum to chat. He can also enjoy himself. Chen Xiang also likes the live shows that have become popular on the internet in the past 2 years, especially in the life and entertainment category. There are always many beautiful girls acting coquettishly in front of the screen. Appreciating their performances can satisfy many of his fantasies without spending money. So he ran all over the major live platforms and soon became an old driver. The problem with an old driver is that he sees too much and soon gets tired of it. Those girls basically have double eyelids, conical faces, false eyelashes, beautiful pupils, and a thick layer of powder. Even their mother's cute and coquettish actions and expressions seem to be collectively trained by Lan Xiang, and it is inevitable that they will lose their appetite after seeing them. Chen Xiang's appetite is not very good. He is also afraid of his kidney deficiency, so he quickly abandoned these visible, audible, and untouchable girl anchors and went to find new fun. More than half a month ago, Chen Xiang wandered in Whale TV and inadvertently clicked on a newcomer recommendation on the homepage and entered the live broadcast room of a newcomer named Lu Fei. Then he became a member of Lu Jiejun. At that time, what moved Chen Xiang was that the Lu Fei anchor lived in almost the same place as him. Through the dialogue, he learned that the latter was also drifting in Beijing. Perhaps it was because of mutual appreciation or sympathy, he rewarded 1,000 fishballs in Whale TV for the first time, which was equivalent to the money for his lunch. He likes to listen to Lu Fei's playing and singing. He likes the anchor's optimism and humor, and he likes the other party's original folk songs. He felt as if those songs were written in his heart. Chen Xiang's economic ability is limited, and he can't spend money like a local tyrant. What he can do is to send a little bit of popularity when watching the live broadcast. Chen Xiang knew early that Lu Fei was going to participate in the Whale TV PK-themed show, so he decided to support him with action. From this morning until evening, he brushed hundreds of promotion posts on major forums. Although these posts were all crushed into powder, and even their accounts were all banned, Chen Xiang was still very happy, sharing the joy of conquering the internet world with thousands of fans. Moreover, he was lucky enough to get a red packet worth tens of yuan from the group owner, Li Bai. Chen Xiang decided to give all these red envelopes as fishballs to Lu Fei. At the same time, he also hoped that Lu Fei's theme show in the evening would be exciting and good, and he would win the top 5 in the PK competition. So as soon as 8 o'clock arrived, Chen Xiang and thousands of fans entered Lu Fei's live broadcast room as soon as possible. Then they were first appreciated for 3 minutes of advertising. I'll go. Whale TV is getting more and more unscrupulous. Advertising is vulgar. My life has been wasted for another 3 minutes. Yes, 3 minutes is enough for the brother in front to finish his work, take off his clothes, and put on his clothes. Ha 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 ha. Don't talk about it. Everyone, look at the advertisement. The above companies have closed down. 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 The above companies. Although it's advertising time, there are so many happy barrage comments, so it's really not boring. Chen Xiang happily tapped on the keyboard and typed the same content. Together with the dense barrage, the advertising picture was tightly blocked. At this moment, the online popularity of Lu Fei's live broadcast room has exceeded 300,000, reaching its highest peak in the past. Such a situation is normal. First of all, the organization of Lu Jiejun's fan group is quite high, and the promotion before PK is quite effective. Countless hardcore fans and passers-by fans have come in at the time to support. Coupled with the theme recommendation on the homepage of the website, there are also a large number of tourists watching the excitement. But whether these tourists can stay or not depends on the ability of the anchor. Although Whale TV has carried out a long publicity for this event, and a brief outbreak of popularity is normal, if it is scattered into 24 live broadcast rooms, it will form a fierce competition. Chen Xiang suddenly worried. He knew that Lu Fei's opponents were very strong, and it was really difficult to get into the top 5. In the midst of worry, the 3-minute advertisement ended. The live broadcast screen was displayed in an instant, and it was still the familiar scene and familiar people. Lu Fei on the screen was smiling. He was holding a guitar, and his eyes flashed with confidence. Good evening, everyone. I'm your anchor, Lu Fei. It's a pleasure to meet you again at the theme show. The theme of the live broadcast I brought to my friends tonight is called Graduation Season. I believe that all of your friends in front of the screen, have experienced the moment of graduation. I also believe that you have or have had a good time on campus. I will use my singing to bring you to cherish and recall the beauty of your school days. Thank you. The opening remarks were very good, pointing out the theme of the live broadcast and easily evoking Chun Xiang's memories. He suddenly didn't worry anymore. The next moment, the anchor's image was reduced and switched to the upper right corner, and a main interface showed an edited movie picture. The name of the first song is called Love in the Wind, an original campus folk song. I hope you can like it. The prelude of the gentle playing and the laughing and chasing boys and girls in the movie and video instantly brought everyone into the youth of campus life. That day at dusk, snow began to fall. Sadness, blooming all over the hills, waiting for youth to end. Midnight movies, full of ancient love, in the dark, singing for youth, the beautiful and moving melody, with a slightly sad voice, made those memories of youth suddenly become very vivid. Chun Xiang and the 300,000-plus viewers in Lu Fei's live broadcast room heard this song, Love in the Wind, for the first time. The barrage on the screen was like a waterfall that suddenly stopped, leaving only a trace of waterline. Until Lu Chun sang the first time affectionately, the story was just over half. Enrollment, meeting, getting to know each other, first love, misunderstanding, breakup. The pictures perfectly set off the lyrics. The barrage increased again. I've seen this movie. It's so moving. Was this song written by the anchor himself? Nonsense. Our Lu Fei is an original talent and the prince of folk songs. His songs are all written by himself. Throwing the original theme song of the movie 3 Streets. Throwing 3 streets plus 1. I want to cry. The anchor compensate me. It's really nice. I like it. Lu Chun ignored all the comments. His mind was completely immersed in the mood of the song and continued to play and sing for the second time. Graduation, travel, struggle, missing, reunion, true love. The long movie was condensed into a few minutes. Commemoration of Youth at the Age of 19 was a youth film released in domestic cinemas at the beginning of the year. Its box office of $290 million set a record for the same type of film. Many people have seen this movie. The story in the movie may be cliché, but no one will care about it, because listening to the song is enough at this time. I believe in the age of love, the song that I couldn't sing to you. Let me often recall in my life. As the song came to an end, the style of the barrage changed. Chun Xiaoi, I love you. Sun Yahan, I miss you so much. Li Miao Miao of Class 7, 3rd grade. I'll wait for you by the woods after class. Wang Chong, you are a bastard, but I like you. Zhang Jia, I want to make love to you again. The words that she usually wanted to say but didn't dare to say, those words that were pressed in her heart suddenly burst out and wantonly vented. Although it was the beginning, it was close to the climax. After the song Love in the Wind was sung, the barrage was like a tide of rewards. At 8:10 p.m., Whale TV Lu Fei Live Broadcasting Room. Online popularity, 392017. Chapter 57. Lin Serong, I like you. With all his strength and courage, Chun Xiang typed 7 words on the Fian black keyboard he bought for 29 yuan and sent them out together with all the fishballs in his account. Lin Serong was the flower of his university and the object of his hard love for 4 years. But because of his own ordinary, Chun Xiang has buried this fiery feeling in the bottom of his heart and never told anyone about it. He thought that time would dilute everything, and those young and naive yearnings would go with the wind and no longer linger in his heart. But now that he heard this song, Love in the Wind, he knew that he was wrong. Some feelings are not so easy to forget. The longer the time, the more fermented it is, and it can't be erased. I believe in the age of love, the songs that I can't sing to you. Let me often recall in my life. Chun Xiang hated his timidity. If he had bravely confessed once, then even if he was ruthlessly rejected, at least now he could calmly face his former feelings. Fortunately, after typing out what he wanted to say a long time ago, his mood was inexplicably relaxed. Let bygones be bygones. Oops. Chun Xiang suddenly slapped himself in the face, neither lightly nor heavily. He was just impulsive and sent out all the fishballs, but the live show has just begun. It should be sent out one song at a time, which is the most economical and correct way to do it. I'm such a pig. In a basement of a community in Beijing, a man beat his chest and stamped his feet in annoyance. At this moment, Lu Chun, who had finished playing and singing Love in the Wind, was very satisfied with the opening he deliberately created. For this PK-themed show, he made careful preparations and considered all aspects of the situation. Choosing a song is naturally the top priority. There are too many songs in Lu Chen's memory, but in line with the theme of graduation season, his choice is limited. Love in the Wind, which Lu Chen only sang once in the bar, can be regarded as an original work. He used this song as the opening song instead of You Who Sat Next to Me and Cinderella in order to give his main fan group a big surprise. You Who Sat Next to Me and Cinderella are admittedly real masterpieces, but most of the fans have heard them many times. It's difficult to arouse their hearts again. It may be good to pave the atmosphere, but it's not conducive to gaining the upper hand. The PK theme show is not an ordinary live broadcast performance. It has a strong competitive competition nature. Each of the 24 anchors is extraordinary. In order to stand out among them, Lu Chan must find ways to retain every fan and tourist, increasing himself and weakening his opponents at the same time. Tien not bad. Therefore, the creation of the atmosphere in the live broadcast room was the key. Big would not only increase the cohesion of the fans, but it would also attract a large number of passers-by to stay and continue watching the fun. In order to enhance the singing effect of Love in the Wind, Lu Chen also specially edited the popular movie clip of 19-year-old Youth Memorial to further enhance the charm of the song. The increasing number of fishballs and alarming rate proved that his hard work was not in vain. Lu Chen struck while the iron was hot and said to the microphone, "In the memory of youth, there are people we like, and there are our brothers and sisters." The following song is still my new original song, still a campus folk song. The first song was a new song, and the second song was unexpectedly a new work. The atmosphere in the live broadcast room suddenly exploded. Lu Feida is mighty. The prince of folk songs deserves his reputation, dominating the whale, but me. Good, 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 good. I want to repeat it 10,000 times. All the songs that the anchor sang in the evening were his own original songs. Do you think it's great? Really? Even the students from the Music Academy are not so N13, right? What's the Music Academy? Our Lu Feida just casually threw out a song and beat the first class. Beat the first class? You can really brag. If it's all original live broadcasts and the first song is good, I'll eat the keyboard. Sit and wait to eat the keyboard. Watch and eat the keyboard. Pay attention to the formation below. Watch and eat the keyboard +1. Watch and eat the keyboard +2. Watch and eat the keyboard +3. Watch and watch. Although it was one-sided applause and praise, there were also doubts mixed in. After all, many of the audience were tourists and passers-by, not loyal fans, so it was inevitable that there would be different opinions. And this kind of doubt is obviously very normal. Today's pop music world is not the 80s and 90s. The power of originality has long declined. Most idol stars in the music industry imitate Europe, America, Japan, and South Korea. They're used to directly cover foreign works, which saves time and effort and can please fans and make a lot of money. In this atmosphere, there have not been many classic works in China in recent years. Fast songs, rap songs, and the so-called divine songs are popular for a time, full of noise and impetuosity. Lu Chen's original folk songs are obviously not like this. Although everyone is not a professional and can't say much, they can listen with their ears and feel with their hearts. Whether a good song is not blown out by the mouth. To be continued, Carrot. But in the 2-hour live broadcast in the evening, he will sing more than 3 or 4 songs. It's fine if the first song is an original, but who will believe that the first song is a masterpiece? This is where the doubts of passers-by come. But they don't know Liu Chun, let alone the confidence that Liu Jiajun's fan group has in Liu Chun. As a result, they were immediately surrounded by countless fish fans, waiting to eat the keyboard. Of course, Liu Chun saw the contents of the exploded barrage, but he just laughed it off. Whether it's questioning or ridicule, fighting back with quarrels is the stupidest way. Not to mention interrupting his own rhythm and wasting precious time of the live broadcast. If there are media judges watching it on the spot, it will be a big loss of points. This PK theme show is very important to Liu Chun, and his mind is very clear. Want to lead the rhythm? Save it. Everyone, don't watch anymore because I think you will like the following song. Especially my fellow men. This song was written for you. Of course, women, don't be angry, because the third song will be dedicated to the most beautiful and lovely you. Please listen to the brother who sleeps on my upper bunk. As soon as Liu Chen's voice fell, the live interface immediately showed a new movie screen and a new edited MV. The direction of the barrage immediately changed, and no one paid any more attention to the guy who was crushed to powder. My brother. I've seen this film, and I went with my ex-girlfriend. Ex-girlfriend? Then you should go with your gay friend. What a good oil blanket. Go to hell. Everyone, listen to the song. I will always support Liu Fada. Long live the men. Long live the new song. Long live Liu Fada. The women express their regret and love the anchor. The brother who sleeps on my upper bunk? Haha, it's a fatty who sleeps on my upper bunk. I'm always worried that the bed will collapse. Brother, My Brother, and 19-Year-Old Youth Memorial are both urban youth films. The former's box office is far less than the latter, but its reputation is far better. When it was released last year, it attracted countless praise. The story of the film tells the story of 2 classmates and friends who fell in love with the same girl at school and then agreed to compete with each other after graduation, thus embarking on their different life paths. My Brother is very inspiring, and the ending is unexpected. The 2 leading actors performed very well, and with this film, both won the Best Actor laurel of the 2014 Capital University Film Festival. Therefore, as soon as Liu Chun played the edited film video, someone immediately said the name. And this is exactly the effect he wants to achieve. The prelude melody sounded, and the singing followed. The brother who sleeps on my upper bunk, you soundless and unseen. The questions you once asked me, now no one asks again. Give me the brother who smokes cigarettes. Give me the happy past. You always can't guess the coin in my hand. Shake your head and say it's too mysterious. You write more and more polite letters. You don't mention a word about love. You say you have a lot of friends now, but don't worry about those things anymore. 817. Whale TV Liu Fei Live Broadcast Room. Online popularity. 463660. Note: The Brother Who Sleeps on My Upper Bunk lyrics/composer. Gao Xiao Song. Chapter 58. Love and friendship had always been the eternal and unchanging theme on campus. Liu Chen's first song, Love in the Wind, is about love, and the second song, The Brother Who Slept on My Upper Bunk, is undoubtedly about friendship, which belongs to the true friendship between classmates and buddies. Many people didn't get love when they were students, and they didn't even know what love was. But there are very few people who don't have friendship. This song, The Brother Who Slept on My Upper Bunk, uses simple words with a faint, sad tune, as if inadvertently, it gently hits the softest place in their hearts. Then all kinds of memories that sink in the bottom of their hearts will suddenly come to their minds. Blurred faces begin to become clear, strange voices gradually become familiar, and easily evoke everyone's memories of youth. Playing, running, fighting on campus. Until after graduation, they went their separate ways and gradually lost contact. Primary school, junior high school, college. How many figures who used to accompany and note each other disappeared in the memory of time? The Brother Who Slept on My Upper Bunk sleeps in my lonely memories. The girl you always talked about in those days, did she give you her hairband? You said that every time you look back at the sunset, every time you hear the evening bell, the dribs and drabs of the past will surge in your heart that you don't have time to be sad. You write more and more polite letters. You don't mention a word about love. You say you have a lot of friends now, but don't worry about those things anymore. You ask me when we can go back together. Look at our dormitory, our past. The words you engraved on the wall are still clear from then on. No one can erase it. The barrage displayed on the screen is getting fewer and fewer. Those who watch the live broadcast listen very carefully to this moving song that touches the heartstrings. The scenes in the movie flashed in front of their eyes. The lyrics and singing seemed to be like gurgling water, slowly flowing in their hearts, moving and melancholy. The brother who slept on my upper bunk sleeps in my lonely memories. The questions you once asked me, now no one asks me. Give me a brother who smokes cigarettes. Give me a happy past. The questions you once asked me, now no one asks me. Now no one asks me. Now no one asks me. At the end of the song, the audience was silent. Then, rewards started flooding the screen. System notification. Call me Lee by Silver 7 has gifted the host an aircraft carrier. System notification. Big Brother Whale, Gold 6, has gifted the host an aircraft carrier. System notification. Prince Lon Ling, Gold Eye, has gifted the host an aircraft carrier. System notification. Riding a crane down to Yangzhou, Iron Centipede, has gifted the host an aircraft carrier. System notification. Tiger Hits Wu Song, Gold 3, has gifted the host an aircraft carrier. A continuous stream of domineering aircraft carriers crossed the screen, mercilessly covering an astonishing number of fishballs. In addition to a few local Tyrant fans that Liu Chan was familiar with, there were another 6 or 7 new supporters. After tipping an aircraft carrier, the live broadcast website system would automatically pop up a celebratory message across the entire platform. As long as it was on the platform, whether it was in the live broadcast room or the forum, all online members would be able to see it. Gently clicking on a celebration bar would immediately send you to the corresponding live broadcast room, which would then form a good promotional effect. It is precisely because of such a linkage mechanism that in any live broadcast platform, the strong are often stronger. Popular anchors have the support of a large number of high-level fans, and they can easily gather countless popularity. However, it is still rare for more than a dozen aircraft carriers to appear in the same live broadcast room in succession. While the number of fishballs in Liu Fei's live broadcast room soared, his online popularity also soared. Of course, it was impossible for other PK theme show anchors to not see it. All of them thought that this was a challenge to them. So the local tycoons who supported them came down one after another, and the aircraft carriers worth 1,000 yuan flew all over the sky. The atmosphere of Whale TV was extremely hot. I'm afraid that even the event officials did not expect such a situation. Less than half an hour after the start of the PK, the major anchors had already started fighting. Tonight will definitely be a fierce battle. Capital Beijing, Ping and District. Ping and District is located in the prime area of the Second Ring Road, which belongs to the core hinterland of Beijing. The housing prices are among the best in the country. Those who could buy a house in the district are not ordinary people. In a room on the 3rd floor of the 87 villa, a short-haired young man in his 20s was sitting in front of the computer, his fingers flying on the keyboard, and from time to time, he held the mouse and clicked a few times. Little Bai, you are really capable now. Where did you find this master? Interesting. Suddenly, a message popped up showing the ID, Earthies. The short-haired young man smiled disdainfully and quickly replied, "What? Are you afraid? If you are afraid, then admit defeat." Earthies, afraid? When have I, old Sa, been afraid? Why did you throw so many fishballs down? You are really ruthless. What's this fishball? The short-haired young man despised. It's not enough for you to eat a meal. Don't tell me you didn't throw it on you, Gidge. Earthies, it's a small matter how many fishballs I throw, but it's boring if I throw too many. That will make others laugh at us two fools. Let's talk about a number. The short-haired young man hesitated and replied, "How much do you say?" Earthies. "No more than 5, and I can't let others help me." The short-haired young man, "No problem." Earthies, hee hee, then it's a deal. You just wait to admit defeat. The short-haired young man, "In your dreams." After closing the conversation with Earthies, the short-haired young man looked at Lu Chun on the screen and fell into deep thought. 5 figures equaled 50,000. He had already gifted 15 aircraft carriers, which was equivalent to 1. 5 figures. The number of rewards affected the popularity index, which was one of the ranking indicators of the PK theme show. Although the number of fish balls did not really determine the final ranking, the proportion was still not low. According to the agreement with his opponent, the short-haired young man could continue to throw 35 aircraft carriers in Lu Fei's live broadcast room. If it was in normal times, it would be amazing, but now it was nothing at all in PK. The most popular anchors had millions of fans and popularity, and they could easily get tens of thousands of rewards. In contrast, Lu Chen's accumulation was too little. The short-haired young man didn't mean to go back on his word or cheat, because he couldn't afford to lose such a person, and the other party was the same. So apart from the rewards, the rest could only rely on Lu Chen himself. At least so far, Lu Chen's data is rising steadily, and there is hope for him to break into the top 5. He couldn't help but type 2 words on the keyboard. Come on. Lu Fei, come on. The brother who slept on my upper bunk. Give me a cigarette. I also think of my upper bunk. Although I'm a girl, I also like this new song very much. And I'm looking forward to the 3rd song. Like +1, look forward plus 10,000. Where's the guy who just said he would eat the keyboard? Post the live broadcast address. Haha, be sure to watch. That grandson ran away long ago. Lu Chen's 2nd song, The Brother Who Slept on My Upper Bunk. The atmosphere in the live broadcast room was more lively than before. There are thousands of barrage discussing the song, and many people were recalling their classmates and friends. Most of the people who like live broadcast are single dogs. Compared with Love in the Wind, they prefer this song about friendship. At 8:27, Whale TV Lu Fei live broadcast room. Online popularity, 517922. The continuous increase in popularity data shows that the graduation season theme show has been very successful so far. Most of the audience who came and stayed, they were attracted by Lu Chen's playing and singing performance, and the number of fish powder increased simultaneously. 500,000 plus. The smile on Lu Chen's face became more confident. He didn't waste time and said, "The brother who slept on my upper bunk is dedicated to all my male compatriots. Of course, the following song is dedicated to all my female compatriots. Thank you for supporting me here on such a night. A Cinderella for everyone." The 3rd song is Cinderella, because there is nothing more appropriate than this song. Although he has played and sung many times, this time Lu Chun prepared a little surprise for his female fans. Chapter 59. The vast number of male compatriots is undoubtedly the main audience legion of all live broadcasting platforms. Whether it is a single dog or a loving dog, whether it is a student or a working dog, energetic young people can always find their own fun in different live broadcasting rooms. Watching girls act cute and sing, learning about master games, watching outdoor experts fishing and hunting. However, always remember this, but the growing number of female compatriots must not be ignored, especially for an anchor like Lu Chun, who sells his talents. The number of charming fans in his fish fan circle, that is, the number of female fans, is quite considerable, and it is a group that must be taken care of. Compared with Wong fans, charming fans have a very valuable quality. That is, they're often very careful, good at using promotional activities on the website to earn free fish balls and then reward them to the anchor they like. Don't underestimate the promotional nature of free fish balls. The number of 10 or hundreds of people who can receive it is not much. Thousands of people are very powerful, and the average reward rate of charming fans is much higher than that of Wong fans. Therefore, Lu Chun chose the 3rd song of the PK Live show as Cinderella. The beautiful girls are anchors, not the audience. So this song will definitely arouse their resonance and love. Which girl doesn't have the dream of Cinderella in her heart? In order to show his sincerity, Liu Chen also specially made a flash animation MV for this song. The previous MV of the new song, because it is edited with movie footage and lyrics, is very simple and easy to produce. However, this 7-minute animation belongs to Liu Chen's original content. Although it is not a professional level work, it also uses some small materials from the internet, and it took him 3 days. Liu Fei works first for exquisite artistic fonts appeared in the live interface. However, the main title gradually faded, and the words Cinderella/lyrics, Liu Fei/animation, Liu Fei/post, Liu Fei slowly appeared, and a shadowy sketch of a girl appeared on the screen. Wow, the anchor is so talented. He can play, sing, create original works, and make animation. It's great. Liu Fei de Rate Flower. I must record it and save it on the computer to enjoy. You can obviously rely on your face to eat. Why do you have to rely on talent? I really can't figure it out. Stop talking. Let's listen to the song. Listen to music. Just as Liu Chen expected, the animation he made hit the cute spot of the seductive fans. 100 fish balls appeared in waves, and the combo frequently reached 100 plus, fully demonstrating the fighting power of the girls. How did I fall in love with you? I'm asking myself. I can give up anything, but I can't believe I can't leave today. You are not beautiful, but you are extremely cute. Oh, Cinderella, my Cinderella. Simple guitar playing, without any electronic accompaniment. Liu Chen's voice was as clean and clear as ever, full of emotion, like a clear spring that could wash away the impetuosity and worries in people's hearts, making everyone unconsciously fall into the mood of the song. The animation presented in the live broadcast interface perfectly matched the theme of the lyrics. The story of an ordinary girl and a handsome and talented man meeting and falling in love on campus was outlined with plain colors and simplified lines. Although it was not very exquisite, it was still able to deeply move the hearts of the girls who liked and pursued romance. At this time, countless male compatriots have shown their generosity and tolerance. Not many people use the barrage to make noise, leaving the space to the seductive fans. Maybe waiting for you to come. After 5 minutes of playing and singing, the animation continued to play for 1 minute, leaving everyone a happy ending. Those who appreciate, admire, and be moved are all expressed in the barrage and fishballs. 8:45, Whale TV Liu Fei Live Broadcast Room. Online popularity, 579020. At the same time, Whale TV's hot list was updated again. The hot list, located in a prominent position on the homepage, has a total of 12 places. According to the online popularity of the live broadcast room, the number of barrage and the number of gifts, a fixed formula is used to convert the corresponding value automatically ranked, which is one of the most important factors to measure the strength of an anchor. On Whale TV's hot list, it is refreshed every 15 minutes. Since the official start of the PK-themed show at 8 o'clock, Whale TV, this number 1 female anchor baby has been firmly occupying the top spot on the hot list. She has not given up the throne even after 3 refreshes, showing her strong popularity. The competition for the 11 positions below her is also fierce, and all the popular anchors on the list are, without exception, popular anchors. In the first 2 updates, Liu Chen was not on the list. But after the list was refreshed at 8:45, he was ranked 11th. Liu Fei is on the hot list of the whole station. Immediately, a sharp-eyed fan noticed and quickly typed a barrage, 11th. Immediately, there was a tide of response. General Liu is big and mighty. Congratulations to the anchor. You have climbed to the peak again and won the championship. Let's keep up the good work and help the anchor continue to rush up. Rush. The people of Zhongbei send a congratulatory message. The people of Sichuan send a congratulatory message. The people of Beijing send a congratulatory message. The people of Shanghai send a congratulatory message. The people of Taiwan send a congratulatory message. The people of Chaos Han. Congratulatory messages filled the screen, all of which congratulated Lu Chun on his first achievement in the PK-themed show. It's really not easy for Lu Fei's live broadcasting room to be on the hot list of the whole station, and it is also worth congratulating. Although it has been on the list before, there was no fierce competition like the PK-themed show at night at that time, and there was a lot of chance for it to be on the list. Now that he's on the list at this time, it is a real proof of popularity, and Lu Chen's basic data is the lowest among all 24 PK anchors, so it naturally seems extraordinary. Many fish fans understand this, so they feel proud, because Lu Chen's success is inseparable from their support, and his achievements are worth sharing with more than 500,000 online viewers. And countless Lu Jiajun members believe that Lu Chun will definitely be able to rush to the top 5 throne of PK. But for Lu Chen's competitors, especially those with similar rankings, it is quite annoying. This year's Whale TV PK-themed show rewards are very rich. It is a rare big deal for Whale TV this year. The publicity and promotion work are in place, showing the official determination to reinvigorate the glory of the website. As a first-line and top anchor in Whale TV, no one wants to admit defeat in this competition. The strong want to be stronger, and the second strong want to replace the position of the strong. It is natural that the competition is fierce. The 24 anchors who participated in the PK theme show were notified by the website early and knew the list of competitors in advance. If they want to win, it is absolutely necessary to know themselves and their opponents in advance. Lu Chun, also known as Lu Fei, was originally not taken seriously by anyone. As a new anchor of Whale TV, his qualifications are too shallow. Although the momentum of his rise is very fast, the lack of enough fan accumulation is a fatal weakness, and he is destined to be a soy sauce character. As for the theme of the graduation season and the original folk song, it is nothing more than a grandstanding move to gain popularity. They will use facts to teach their opponents a lesson and let Lu Chun know that newcomers are newcomers and don't try to challenge the top. However, the facts have given those opponents who despise Lu Chun a loud slap in the face. Nearly half of the live show PK time, Lu Chun has reached the 11th place on the hot list of the whole station, with an online popularity of nearly 600,000. With such data, if you say that you don't have the qualifications to challenge the top 5, you have to lie with your eyes open. Some fan support groups of anchors with similar rankings quickly noticed the threat from Lu Chun. While they strengthened their support for their anchors, they also planned targeted means in the group. There is a possibility of manipulation in any list. There are many ways to suppress a competitor, such as finding violations to report, making a scene in the room to brush black barrage, pretending to be a black fan, and so on. Some fans are fanatical and will not speak any reason at all. With the update of the hot list, an undercurrent rushed towards Lu Fei's live broadcast room. At this moment, Lu Chun was still unaware of it. He was preparing to sing the 4th song. Chapter 60. The 4th song is also a new song. For this PK Live show, Lu Chun prepared 5 new songs to debut on Whale TV. He has already sung Love in the Wind and The Brother Who Slept on My Upper Bunk before. The 3rd song, Cinderella, is a foreshadowing. The 4th song will be a new song to maintain the current high popularity and further improve. The audience always likes the new and hates the old. Lu Chun is going to conquer everyone with a steady stream of original works. But before singing, in accordance with international practice, he expressed his thanks to the local tycoons who gave him rewards. Rewarding and thanking is the daily routine of anchors. Many small anchors have to thank others by name, even if they give 100 fish balls, in order to win over fans and increase popularity, so that the audience who gave them rewards have a sense of accomplishment. Lu Chun can't do this. It's not that he wants to be a big shot, but there are too many people who have given hundreds or thousands of fish balls. If he thanks them one by one, he won't have to sing in this live show. Just thanking them is enough. The most important thing is that he has won the love and support of fish fans, not by acting cute and brushing his mouth, but by strength. Of course, local tycoons like Li Bai and Big Brother must be thanked. Here to express my heartfelt thanks. With your support, I have the motivation to struggle. The following song is also my original work. It is also a folk song, and it is also the first time I sang it. I hope you like it. Just as Lu Chun thanked the local tycoons and fans, he entered Lu Fei's live broadcast room. Swayan is definitely not his real name. His real name is Swayan, an editor of Yunjing Music Network. Founded in 2007, Yunjing Music Network is one of the top 5 music websites in China. Swayan has joined the website as an insider for 5 years and can be regarded as a senior editor. In addition, he also has a temporary identity at the moment. That is, one of the 12 judges of Whale TV PK Live show. He has the power to rate and evaluate the 24 participating anchors and has the ability to affect the final ranking. When he clicked into Lu Fei's live broadcast room, Swayan was in a very bad mood. The live broadcast room he entered belongs to a female anchor named Yu Gij. In all honesty, the anchor is very beautiful, and she has at least 8 points under careful dressing. Unfortunately, what is she performing? She sings a song for 1 minute, but she has to act coquettishly for 3 minutes. What's amazing is not singing, but pouting, frowning, squeezing face, shaking chest. That chest is squeezed from B cup to C plus cup. Swayan was defeated after watching for 3 minutes. If it weren't for his duties as a judge, he wouldn't have been able to stay for 3 seconds. As for Lu Fei, the theme of his show was called Graduation Season, which seemed a little interesting and suited to the current season. But what the hell was a campus folk song? And in the theme, he is a new folk song of folk songs of the new generation. Young people nowadays don't even blush when they brag. As a real industry person, Swayan is very helpless. On the one hand, the original power of domestic pop music is declining. On the other hand, all the newcomers claim to be able to write original songs. In the end, they're all rubbish songs bought with money. Even if they change their appearance and title their own works, they still coax fans to spend a lot of money. As an editor of a music website, Swayan has encountered too many such things. Now he wants to vomit when he sees original works. So he doesn't have any expectations at all. He is completely in line with the professional attitude of taking money to do things. As a result, as soon as he entered the live broadcast room, Swayan saw a young man holding a guitar and talking to the microphone. His impression suddenly became very bad. Swayan instinctively wanted to click the exit option in the upper right corner, but he resisted and moved the cursor to playback. Swayan logged in with a privileged account issued by the official Whale TV. The privileged account can't see the barrage or reward messages in the live broadcast room, and it is invisible when entering and exiting and can play back the past live broadcast content. He wants to start browsing from the very beginning and also gives the young man 3 minutes of time. If 3 minutes can't make Swayan interested, then he will say goodbye to the anchor. As for the 10 blue whales in the account, he will not waste any of them. The live playback began. 3 minutes later, Swayan sat motionless with a look of surprise on his face, because he found that he almost missed a talent. He never dreamed that the song played and sung by the anchor named Lu Fei turned out to be an original work, but also a very good work. At least in recent years, few folk songs can be compared to it. Love in the Wind, campus folk song, original newcomer, Swayan suddenly had a feeling of finding a treasure in the utility room, and he couldn't help but get excited. After the first song was sung, Swayan suppressed the idea of listening to it again and dragged the progress bar to fast forward to the second song. The Brother Who Slept on My Upper Bunk. It was still an original work, and the similar style was played and sung perfectly and very moving. Swayan was completely speechless. When did such a talented young man appear in the already declining folk song world? Swayan was 100% sure that he had never heard of these 2 songs before, and the face of the anchor was also very strange. Then the third song, Cinderella. Swayan's face turned red, not because he was moved. He had long passed the age of being moved, but because he was too excited. Without the slightest hesitation, he sent out 5 of the 10 blue whales in his account. One blue whale represents one good comment. The more good comments the anchor receives, it will affect the final ranking. The reason why Sway didn't send out all the blue whales was that according to the rules, he could only send 50% to one anchor. After sending out 5 good comments, Swain was still not satisfied. He copied the link address of a live broadcast room, opened the QQ sticky post, and sent it to 2 friends in the circle. You should see this young man and listen to his songs. His 2 friends are also the judges of the Whale TV PK live show. Swain would rather keep all the good comments in his account than send them out easily. But for this anchorer named Lou Fei, he only hates that his votes are limited. So he needs the support of his companions. If this PK live show is given to those who show off their coquettishness, Swain will feel sorry for himself. And Luchin knew nothing about this. When Swain played back the live broadcast, he was singing the 4th song of the graduation season. The name of this new song is The Bright Times of Youth. Back in May at the end of spring, there are not many people in the market in the early morning. Children sing in front of the door, the sun warms the stream. Willow catkins blow in the strong wind. People under the shadow of the tree want to sleep. The silent people begin to be happy from this moment, the puppet that takes off the cold winter. My melancholy white shirt, the first cigarette in the pocket of youth, my first awakening of love, never dared to tell you. The first song of the graduation season, Love in the Wind, is about love. The second song, The Brother Who Slept on My Upper Bunk, for boys represents friendship. And the third song, Cinderella, for girls, is about the fantasy of love. Then this song, The Bright Times of Youth, is about nostalgia. Nostalgia for the time of youth. Nostalgia for that very innocent era. Nostalgia for ignorant love, simple life, and carefree days. In the lyrics, the house covered with ivy, the neighbor under the eaves, the persimmon tree, the radio, all reflect a strong nostalgia. Listening to him playing and singing, it is as if returning to that very good time. The people who can most resonate with this song are undoubtedly people born in the 1970s, 1980s, and early 1990s, because they have a deep memory of that era. The playful teenager holds the comic book and doesn't let go. Accompanies me to sleep is the sorrow of the moon, and the pillow full of dreams, the pillow covered with saliva. Vaguely in the dream. Do you often recall the past? Many fans who listen to the song are touched. Nice song. It reminds me of when I was a child. When I was a child plus one, when I was still in the countryside, I played every day fishing, catching frogs, catching loaches. Now there are no villages, only farmhouses. I want to eat maltose candy, big roll, fruit pith peel, Arctic popsicle. The foodie in front, wait for me. My favorite radio was thrown away by my mother, 5555. Have you seen the comic strip? I want to say, what a lousy song. The singing is so bad. And there are people supporting it. What a big joke. Is this the level of the hot list? Brushed, right? It's too old. What campus folk song? It's ridiculous. Suddenly, in a large and warm barrage, there was a dazzling ridicule. And the number is getting more and more. Note, The Bright Times of Youth lyrics/composer, Zhao Lei. Chapter 61. If there are fans, there will naturally be haters. Since Liu Chun started live broadcasting in Whale TV, his popularity has been rising steadily, and his fish fans have been increasing. The momentum of his rise is extremely strong, and it is inevitable that he has attracted some haters. Haters were everywhere, whether it was in games, forums, QQ groups, or live broadcast rooms. There were always a few active figures. They spared no effort to spit out venom, created rumors, and stirred up trouble without distinguishing right from wrong, and provoked fierce battles. Whoever was popular, they would be eliminated. The composition of haters is very complicated. Some are extremely bored, some are naturally jealous, and some are from competitors. Liu Chen's live broadcasting room has encountered haters several times, but because the 3 moderators, including Li Bai, have good control, they haven't caused much trouble. But this time, the situation is completely different. He has just finished playing and singing the bright times of youth. In the warm and beautiful atmosphere of everyone reminiscing about the past, countless black bullet screens suddenly appeared, which seems very abnormal. Trash anchor, get out of whale TV. This song is too ugly. It's an insult to my ears. Hee hee, compared to our Chinger baby, it's simply a scum. Pure Brother is 3 streets away from the anchor. Everyone, go and support him. If you want to talk about guitar playing and singing, you have to look at Boss Son. This person is not even worthy of helping Boss Son. Let's go. This live broadcasting room is so boring. I'm going to see Miss Rain. When the black bullet screen first appeared, Lou Jejun's Fish fans didn't immediately react. After all, it was normal for hundreds of thousands of online viewers to have some objections, and no one took it seriously. Moreover, there are moderators in the live broadcasting room, and the haters can be cleared out with a click of the mouse. But when 10, 100, and thousands of black bullet screens appeared, anyone could see the problem. Lou Feda has been attacked. Many fans were furious. It felt like when they were tasting a cup of warm milk tea, they suddenly found a few green flies floating in the cup, and they were immediately disgusted. In anger, they immediately launched a counterattack. Where did these haters come from? Get out of here. Kill the whole family of haters. What Chinger baby doesn't she only know how to show off? How dare she compare with our Lou Feda? Get out. Get out. Get lost. Scram. What is the housekeeper doing? Why don't you kick these haters out and block their accounts and IPs? When a person is famous, there will be many disputes. Some people are jealous of Lou Feda. These people are too disgusting. In fact, the 3 room managers had already taken action to clear the names and kick people out of the room. However, there were too many black pieces, and they couldn't deal with them in time, so they didn't have much of an effect. Li Bai quickly sent a private message to Lu Chun. Be careful, someone is targeting us. Don't fall into their trap. The haters in the live broadcast platform were best at sowing discord. They deliberately pretended to be fans of a certain host and went to another live broadcast room to slander them, provoking a war between the fans of both sides. Although this kind of method was very low level, because most of the fans were young and not rational enough, they were aroused with just a few words. Regardless of the consequences, they would fight it out first. In the end, both sides suffered losses. Li Bai had played live broadcasts for a long time, so he was very familiar with the tricks involved. Moreover, this time he was betting with others. Although there was an agreement to limit the reward, it didn't say that he couldn't play other tricks. He had even guessed the existence of several real culprits behind the scenes. But at this time, Li Bai couldn't explain too much to Lu Chun because it was easy to affect the other party's emotions and affect the effect of the live broadcast. Moreover, if Lu Chun lost his mind in anger, he would really fall into a trap. Li Bai's scruples were reasonable, but he also underestimated Lu Chun. Lu Chun had never eaten pork, but he had seen pigs run away. He didn't need Li Bai's reminder to be alert. He immediately said to the microphone, "Please calm down, everyone. Don't be led by the haters, and please don't go to other anchors' rooms to quarrel, because that is what the haters want." Lu Chun put down the guitar and showed a relaxed and confident smile on his face. Don't quarrel and curse, because this is what the haters are best at. They're used to using their shamelessness to pull others to the same level as them, and then use their rich experience of shamelessness to defeat their opponents. We are not on the same level as them. We should look down at them from above. At this time, we just need to smile. Just like me, a contemptuous smile. His smile was contemptuous, but it didn't make people feel disgusted at all. Instead, they felt that it was very interesting. Ha ha, Lu Feda is right. Contemptuous of the haters. Please look at my contemptuous smile. High-level skill. Lu Fei's contempt, damage plus 1,000, psychic impact plus 9, haters plus 500% damage. They're used to using their shamelessness. Haha, Lu Fei said it so well. Wise words. I'm going to take these words away. Don't fight with me. Trying to lead the way? That's an insult to our intelligence. Support the host. The direction of the bullet screen was instantly reversed by Lu Chun. A large number of mocking bullet screen directly crushed the haters' words into pieces. A few rich fans even tipped aircraft carriers, boosting their morale. Compared to the 600,000 online viewers and the tens of thousands of Lu Jeju members, a mere few hundred to 1,000 haters could only be arrogant for a few seconds. Regardless of whether they wanted to lead the way or stir up trouble, they were destined to fail. Lu Chen's counterattack method was not limited to just that. What was he best at? Singing. Then he would use his singing to fight back against those with ulterior motives. Tonight, I'm very happy. Because of your support, I've achieved an unimaginable miracle. I've appeared on the homepage's trending list, ranked 11th. But I want to say this is not enough, because we have unparalleled courage, because we have unparalleled passion, because we are united in love. So, let us come together and fly higher. As soon as he finished speaking, Lu Chun quickly reached out to readjust the camera and microphone, then stood up with his guitar in his arms. Because this song had to be sung while standing up. Life is like a big river, sometimes tranquil, sometimes crazy. Reality is like a shackle, tie me up, unable to break free. The beginning of the song was low and depressed because of the setbacks and pressure. But the depression was short-lived. The greater the pressure, the stronger the rebound. The melody quickly became high-spirited and intense. This enigmatic life is as sharp as a knife, injuring me again and again. I know the kind of happiness I want. It was high up in the sky. I want to fly higher, dance like the wind, break free from the embrace. I want to fly higher, wings swirling up a storm. My heart roars, fly higher. At 8:57, Whale TV, Lu Fei Broadcasting Room, online popularity. 647,310. Countless viewers, especially those who are familiar with Lu Chun and have accompanied him all the way, are all stunned. Because what they see now is not the original Lu Chun at all. The Lu Chun who sang Love in the Wind, You Who Sat Next to Me, and Cinderella affectionately. Now Lu Chun is young, hot-blooded, passionate, and has a strong fighting power. His singing is no longer clean and clear, but vigorous and vicissitudes, full of endless power, upward power. This new song, which they have never heard before, has a completely different style from the previous ballads. That is the style of rock and roll. But despite being surprised and shocked, everyone likes it all the same. In particular, many people were angered by the haters just now. Now that they heard this hot-blooded rock and roll work, their hearts were filled with joy, incomparable joy. No need to quarrel, disdain to distinguish, arrogant to cynicism, adhere to the true self. Just like what is sung in the song, I want to fly higher, dance like the wind, break free from the embrace. I want to fly higher, wings swirling up a storm, heart roaring, fly higher. Fly higher. In front of countless screens, countless audiences were moved by Lu Chen's singing. Their blood was boiling, and their enthusiasm was completely ignited. They used countless barrage and countless fishballs to accompany Lu Chun, Fly Higher. Note, Fly Higher, lyrics/composer, Wang Feng. Chapter 62. Many people had seen Lu Chen's live broadcast on Light Blue Music Carnival and heard In the Spring and Blue Lotus. They didn't find it strange that Lu Chun could sing such a passionate new song like Fly Higher, because Lu Chun had such strength and talent. But for the hundreds of thousands of viewers in Lu Fei's live broadcast room, it was as if they were witnessing a miracle. In this miracle, Lu Chen's gorgeous transformation. He no longer gently sang and narrated affectionately. He no longer brought everyone back to the school days that were worth remembering. Instead, he shouted and roared to his heart's content, unscrupulously expressing his desire and confidence to fly to the top. I want to fly higher, dance like the wind, break free from the embrace. This kind of Lu Chun, this kind of song, made everyone feel excited, moved, and even deeply trembled. The haters that once filled the live broadcast room were like snow that was illuminated by the blazing sun, silently disappearing. They tragically and pitifully became the negative background of the birth of a good song. They were bound to be mentioned for a very, very long time and become the object of ridicule and satire. System notification: Big Brother Whale, Gold 6, gifted the host 1 aircraft carrier. System notification: Shanghai Tall Rich Handsome, Silver 3, gifted the host 1 aircraft carrier. System notification: I Love Baby Girl, Gold Eye, gifted the host 1 aircraft carrier. System notification: Call Me Lee Bai, Silver 7, gifted the host 1 aircraft carrier. System notification: Abyss Dragon Rider, Gold 7, gifted the host 1 aircraft carrier. Before the song finished, the live broadcast room was already filled with the aircraft carriers gifted by the local tycoons, one after another, in an endless stream. Fly higher. Lu Chun let out a long breath. The joy in his heart couldn't be described in words. He looked at the repeated gift notifications on the screen, and his face once again revealed a smile, a happy smile. After calming down his excited mood, Lu Chun sat back in his seat and adjusted the microphone and camera. This song, Fly Higher, was originally not in Lu Chun's graduation season repertoire. It was added temporarily because of the appearance of the haters, so there was no matching music video. But the effect was so good that it far surpassed the previous ballads. Thank you, Big Brother. Thank you, Li Bai. Thank you, Mr. Perfect. According to international practice, Lu Chun began to thank the local tycoon. Halfway through the PK live show, the total number of fish balls in Lu Fei's live room has reached an astonishing 100+. In addition to loyal fans such as Li Bai and Big Brother, there are also a lot of new tycoon fans. Of course, he had to win over these rich fans. He couldn't let them feel like they were being ignored after tipping them. As for the other fans, they could only thank them together. While thanking his fans, Lu Chun was also adjusting his mood and thinking about the next step of the live broadcast. Therefore, he could not help but be a little distracted as he read the list of rewards displayed by the system. Thank you, I Love My Baby Girl. Thank you, Abyss Dragon Riders. Thank you, Big Breast Hang Shan. Thank you, Ching Baby. This ID feels a bit familiar. Before Lu Chun could react, his live broadcast room had exploded. What the hell, Ching Your Baby? Ha! The first beautiful anchor of Whale TV is here to check the room. What the F asterisk CK, is it true? I'm a fan of Lu Feida, and I'm also a fan of Beauty Ching. It's great to see the two in the same room. Wife, come and see the goddess. Our General Lu's fame is getting bigger and bigger. Even Ching Your Baby has come. What day is it today? Countless barrage was brushed in an instant, making it difficult for Lu Chun not to notice it. He was stunned. Ching Your Baby is the first female anchor of Whale TV. She has only joined Whale TV for a year, but she has become the most popular anchor in the live show, with more than 2 million fans. Ching Your Baby also has the nickname Beauty Ching in Whale TV. Her fan group, Mermaid Knights, has as many as a dozen top QQ groups. There is no problem for her to beat Lu Jiejun. And in tonight's PK theme show, she has always firmly occupied the first place on the hot list of the whole station. Lu Chun didn't expect that the first beautiful anchor would actually come to check his room. The so-called ward round was when a streamer went to another streamer's live broadcast room to interact. It was basically in the nature of support or friendship. It was a normal exchange between streamers. During Lu Chun's live broadcast at Whale TV, many anchors came to ask for fans, but those are basically small anchors without much popularity. A big anchor like Ching Your Baby running over during the PK live broadcast really made him a little speechless. Moreover, she had even gifted him an aircraft carrier. Fortunately, Lu Chun's psychological quality is strong. He reacted in an instant and continued to read the list of thanks. System prompt. Anchor Ching Your Baby has sent you a friendship request. Do you agree? Lu Chun thought about it and clicked agree. The other party obviously came with good intentions, and he noticed that his online popularity was increasing wildly. An anchor's ward check, especially a popular anchor's ward check, often brings a lot of popularity, so many anchors are happy to go around in order to exchange for a return visit from the other party to increase their popularity. There is no doubt about Chinger Baby's popularity. In just half a minute, the online popularity of Lu Fei's live broadcast room has risen from 650,000 plus to 900,000 plus. It is not a dream to break through 1 million. The next moment, the screen of the live broadcast room was automatically divided into left and right sides. The left screen was still Lu Chen's own, and the right screen showed a 20-year-old beauty in a dress. Chinger Baby. Lu Feida, hello. Chinger Baby waved at the camera generously and greeted Lu Chun politely. Among the 24 live broadcasters who participated in the PK live show in the evening, Chinger Baby was the calmest. She didn't care much about the final result. Winning the PK championship was nothing more than icing on the cake for her. Previously, when Chinger Baby was singing live, many haters ran to her live room to make trouble, saying that she only sold her face and coquettishness. In terms of talent and singing level, she was not worthy of carrying shoes for Lu Fei. For this kind of haters, Chinger Baby has seen too many of them. It is impossible for her to be taken away, and she will not take their words to heart. She will be killed without mercy. However, she also became a little interested in Lu Fei. Just now, when she saw a red tip floating by, she clicked on it. Well, the goddess is so capricious. She left millions of online fans and went to someone else's live broadcast room. Then, after listening to Lu Chen's half of Fly Higher, she willfully rewarded an aircraft carrier. As a result, the entire Whale TV was stirred up and countless fans ran in to watch the fun. It's really rare for a beautiful woman to reward someone while checking the room. Those haters knew that their provocation not only did not affect Lu Chun, but also brought him the support of a popular anchor. It is estimated that they will spit out 3 mouthfuls of blood on the spot. Your song is very good. Since the 2 live broadcast rooms have been successfully socialized, the pictures and sounds of both sides will appear simultaneously. It is equivalent to 2 people live broadcasting together. Lu Chen smiled and said, "Thank you. You are also very beautiful." The dialogue between the two immediately set off a huge wave in the live broadcast room, and countless fans echoed. A talented man and a beautiful woman, a match made in heaven. Together, 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 together. Lu Feida, you sing a song for the beautiful woman. Yes, yes, sing a song, a love song. Sing a love song +1. Sing a love song +2. Sing a love song +3. A large number of barges were brushed out, all asking Lu Chun to sing for Chinger Baby. The crowd's voice was extremely high. Chinger Baby smiled and said, "Thank you for your support. I am looking forward to it." As she spoke, she deliberately blinked her eyes. Her beautiful eyes were sparkling, containing an indescribable charm. Whale TV's #1 female anchor is indeed worthy of her reputation. Lu Chun secretly praised and said, "Since everyone is so enthusiastic, I will be embarrassed if I don't sing." After a pause, he continued, "The following song will be given to Chinger Baby, which everyone likes. It is also an original folk song by myself. Its name is Beauty." Chapter 63. Beauty, so beautiful that people love you. I don't know where you come from. You exist for us. I ask you not to leave. Beauty, so beautiful that people love you. It was Meng who sent you. You exist for us. Don't hurt my heart. The cheerful and enthusiastic prelude, full of exotic style, mixed with the atmosphere of Latin, West Asian nomads, and Bohemia, made all the people who heard this song for the first time feel their ears stand up. It was like tasting a glass of sweet wine, and the wonderful taste bloomed on the tongue. The unique melody, coupled with simple and straightforward lyrics, had a kind of charming charm. Lu Chen held the guitar and sang the song Beauty with a very relaxed manner and movements. He was like a bard in Azeroth, sending a love song to Kellyanne in the bar of the Skyline Hotel in Shatrath. This new song also fully revealed his profound attainments in playing the guitar. The combination and use of various complex fingering techniques appropriately displayed the style of the string rhythm, which was breathtaking. Beauty, the world changes too fast. Is your beauty still there? We'd better not linger. We'd better not wait foolishly. Beauty, the world changes too fast. Is your beauty still there? We'd better grasp the present. Ask you if you understand. In a video of the live broadcast, Chinger Baby held her cheek with her hand, and her beautiful big eyes did not blink. She listened to the song that she had never heard before very seriously. Her pretty face showed a happy and moved look, just like Kellyanne who was kissed, but with a little more embarrassment and shyness. Luchan sang very happily. This song was not originally in his song list. Like Fly Higher, it was temporarily taken out by him to fit the occasion. It was perfect to tease this beautiful woman. After the song Beauty was finished, a lot of barrage and fishballs were brushed on the screen again. It's so good. Beauty, so beautiful that people love you. I ask you not to leave. Lyrics, why are there no lyrics? I want to learn to sing it to my girlfriend. It's very bohemian style. The anchor is so talented. I feel that other people's methods of picking up girls in the past were too low. They should all learn from Lou Feda. Together, together, together. I like this song more than Love in the Wind and Cinderella. Like +1, Chinger Baby clapped her hands and said with a smile, "It's really nice." Thank you, Lou Feda. I hope I can hear such a good song again next time. Chinger is going back. Goodbye. To be the first female anchor of Whale TV, Chinger Baby is not just beautiful and can sing. She is a very smart girl who is good at seizing opportunities and acting appropriately. Although the interaction with Luchan was just a spur of the moment, it was undoubtedly very important to maintain and increase her popularity by creating some appropriate hot topics. However, she shrewdly controlled the pace and did not linger in Luchan's live broadcast room. Otherwise, the fans of the Mermaid Nights would be dissatisfied. Now was the right time to return. She wanted to make those flower protectors who, through money, occasionally feel jealous, but not too jealous. The sense of propriety was not something that ordinary people could accurately grasp. Chinger Baby undoubtedly did an excellent job. Goodbye. Luchan put down his guitar and waved at the other party. Perhaps because they were all in the same industry, Luchan guessed the thoughts of Chinger Baby. But there was nothing bad about it, because everyone got what they wanted. As for playing and singing Beauty and making this beauty fall in love with him, that was just thinking too much. So when Chinger Baby returned to her live broadcast room and dozens of reward prompts were synchronized on the screen, Luchan just smiled faintly. Luchan's attention is no longer on the other party, because his popularity has just ushered in a new explosive growth. 916. Whale TV Lufe Live Broadcast Room. Online popularity, 103,6210. This is the first time that Luchan's popularity has exceeded the 1 million mark since he started his live broadcast. Although he borrowed the east wind of Chinger Baby, it is undoubtedly a celebratory event for Lufe's live broadcast room. It must be known that 1 million popularity means that he has reached the level of a real first-line anchor, and he is not far from the top level. It has been less than a month since Luchan started broadcasting Whale TV. It is undoubtedly a miracle that he has broken through 1 million popularity so quickly. His follower count also soared, and the increase was so great that it was astounding. 723,625. 1 minute ago, the homepage's site-wide hot list was updated for the 5th time since the start of the PK Live show. Luchan climbed from 11th place to 5th place, jumping 6 places in one breath. Of course, Lu Jiejun's fans did not ignore such huge progress and sent congratulatory messages one after another. Congratulations to the anchor for breaking through 1 million popularity. Ha! We are ranked 5th on the hot list. Long live Lu Feda. Long live Lu Jiejun. Take the top 5, hit the top 3. We are the champion. Everyone hurry up. Those who have fishballs send fishballs. Those who don't have fishballs send a barrage. The more the better. Top 5 is definitely no problem. I'm so happy. The people of Beijing send a congratulatory message. The people of Chong and send a congratulatory message. The people of Wu City send a congratulatory message. The people of Hong Kong send a congratulatory message. The people of Xiangnan, the live broadcast room was in full swing, and Lu Chun was, of course, very happy. Even if his popularity fell below 1 million with the departure of Chinger Baby, there were still countless viewers who stayed and continued to watch his live broadcast. This is already a huge victory. Thank you very much for your support. Then the following song is dedicated to our desk mates when we were students. You at the same table, I hope everyone likes it. After the ups and downs of the previous storm, Lu Chen's graduation season PK theme show is back on track. He sent his 7th song, You at the Same Table. This work is undoubtedly a model of campus folk songs. Although Lu Chun has sung it many times in the live broadcast, there are still many people who have not heard it. Whether it is people who have heard it or people who have heard it for the first time, they're all impressed by Lu Chen's talent. Love in the Wind, The Brother Who Slept on My Upper Bunk, Cinderella, The Bright Times of Youth, Fly Higher, Beauty, and now You at the Same Table, all of which are Lu Chen's original works. If he adds a few more songs, he can make a complete album. And the most admirable thing is that, except for Fly Higher, the style, melody, and lyrics of these songs are quite unified and coordinated, perfectly matching the theme of graduation season, showing a deep creative foundation. In Whale TV, there are many anchors who can play and sing. Some play very professionally, some sing very well, some are original, and some are more handsome than Lu Chun. But to be able to create so many excellent works, play and sing very well, and look handsome, there is really no one else. Even in the current entertainment industry, Lu Chun is also a first-class or even top talent. He just hasn't become famous yet. Among the nearly 1 million viewers in the live broadcast room, there are many people who understand music. They got to know Lu Chun here, heard his songs, and fell in love with his songs. Naturally, they became loyal fans. Tien, just like the waves washing the sand, gold will always shine brightly. When Lu Chun finished singing You at the Same Table and dedicated the last song of the night, Blue Lotus, the senior executives of Whale TV, who have been paying attention to the PK live show, couldn't sit still. Deep Sea City, High-Tech Park, B3 Building, 15th floor, Whale Technology Company Headquarters Conference Room. The wall facing south was filled with high-definition screens. All the screens were displaying images of different live broadcast rooms. There were exactly 24 of them. A huge projection screen hung on the east wall, showing the video of Lu Fei's live broadcast room. Nothing can stop your yearning for freedom, your unconstrained life. Your heart has no worries. Through the gloomy years, I once felt hesitant. Lu Chen's singing, through the high-fidelity sound arranged at the scene, was clearly transmitted to the ears of the company's senior executives, such as the general manager, deputy general manager, live broadcast director, and department manager, who were sitting in front of the conference table. They either looked at each other or whispered. Note: Beauty lyrics/composer, Gao Feng. Chapter 64. What do you think of this new anchor? Feng Xiaohui dropped the pen in his hand, and the shaft of the pen rolled half a meter away along the smooth table. The projection on the wall was fixed at the moment when Lu Chun put down the guitar after singing Blue Lotus. His eyes swept across the faces of all the company executives present, and the meaning was difficult to understand. Tonight's PK theme show is the biggest promotional activity of Whale TV in half a year. It was also set up by Feng Xiaohui, the general manager, with a total investment of more than 5 million yuan. Although the project and funds are not large, as a famous young general in the industry, Feng Xiaohui hopes to use this event to enhance the popularity and morale of Whale TV as a cushion before the revival of the past glory. So in the evening, all the executives gathered in the conference room to pay attention to the progress of the PK theme show. The performances of 24 anchors are about to end, and there will be someone who stands out. A senior executive hesitated for a moment and said, "This anchor, whose real name is Lu Chun, should be the biggest highlight. I think we should give him a better contract." In front of them, there's a detailed information about the participating anchors. Lu Chun is actually an ordinary signing plus 50,000 signing fee, which is obviously not in line with his current popularity. Feng Xiaowei nodded expressionlessly. Another high-ranking official said, "His songs are very good. Are they really original?" Immediately, the manager of the brokerage department explained, "They are really original." I didn't believe it at first. The 30-year-old white-collar woman praised Lu Chun. "We have checked in the Greater China Music Library. All the song copyrights are under his name. He is a very talented young man. I also think that we should give him a contract and promote him to a larger market." After Feng Xiaowei took charge of Whale TV, he intended to spread the platform's anchor resources to a larger field and set up a corresponding entertainment company. The main responsibility of the brokerage department is to find out new stars worth cultivating. The big entertainment industry is the real big cake, and of course, the competition is the most fierce. Whale TV does not have the intention to fight with people immediately, but to make reasonable use of its own resources and earn more and greater benefits is undoubtedly the company's strategic goal in the future. Their biggest competitor, Starlight Show, was already doing the same thing, and it was doing very well. A smile appeared on Feng Xiaohui's face. The brokerage manager keenly noticed the change in his expression and continued, "We can customize projects for him, buy all his creative copyrights, produce an album of works, and package him as a gifted idol." Manager Wang, "Please wait." She talked endlessly about her plan. Just as she was beaming with joy and excitement, a voice suddenly came from the side and abruptly interrupted her. Manager Wang was as unhappy as she could be, but the one who interrupted her was Wu Hongming, the head of the operations department, so she could only suppress her displeasure and force a smile. "Manager Wu, what do you think?" Wu Hongming was one of the founders of Whale TV and a senior figure in whale technology. Although Manager Wang was Feng Xiaohui's confidant, she could not ignore Wu Hongming's opinion. Wu Hongming asked in a deep voice, "How much are you going to pay for his creative copyrights?" Manager Wang was stunned. She didn't expect Wu Hongming to ask this question. She thought about it and replied, "My idea is to follow the example of an artist's contract and sign a 5-year contract. I will give him an annual salary of 300,000 yuan plus a 10% bonus. The contract must include all creative copyrights." In the view of the brokerage manager, this contract is undoubtedly very generous. For a young man like Lu Chun, wouldn't he be happy to get the opportunity to promote and package him into the entertainment industry? I don't know how many newcomers are eager to embark on the road to becoming a star. An annual salary of 300,000 plus a 10% bonus. She felt that it was a little too generous. Wu Hongming didn't comment. He pointed to the projection screen and said, "The song Lu Chun just sang is called Blue Lotus. As far as I know, he has sold the copyright of this song to Light Rain Media Company in Beijing. The price is 200,000. Impossible." Manager Wang was the first to shout. She stared and said, "This is the price of a top famous artist." Among the executives present, there were people who knew the market and were also very surprised. Really? 200,000 yuan for a song is definitely a high price among famous artists. Without being verified by the market, a newcomer can sell his work for 200,000 yuan. It sounds like a fantasy novel. Wu Hongming said lightly, "Nothing is impossible. I have already inquired about it from my friends in the Beijing circle. Many people know about this. There have been agencies that wanted to sign him, but he refused. So I suggest that we give up the copyright requirements. Don't expect to sign an ordinary artist contract with him. Let's talk about it according to the top anchor contract." Manager Wang was not convinced. "Manager Wu, how can you be sure that he won't sign it?" Wu Hongming sighed and said, "Then you can talk to Lu Chun. This young man is actually very assertive and thoughtful. I don't think it's possible to move him unless we give him a top artist contract." Wu Hongming's understanding of Lu Chun comes mostly from his niece, Wu Shanshan. The latter has a very close relationship with Lu Chun and usually maintains a very high level of attention. As the head of the operations department, it is impossible for him to ignore the new anchor who is rapidly becoming popular on Whale TV. And Lu Chen's live broadcast on the PK theme show tonight has deepened his inherent impression. Top artist contract? The executives all looked at each other. How is that possible? Manager Wang couldn't help but want to refute again. Fang Xiaohui asked first, then let Manager Wang talk to him about the artist contract first. If he can't talk about the new contract, how about it? Wu Hongming replied calmly, I have no objection, but don't forget that we have a lot of competitors. Fang Xiaohui's breath suddenly stagnated. In the past 2 years, Whale TV had been badly poached by others, especially StarLive. They had poached their members to the point where Whale TV had suffered greatly. There were also many new broadcasting platforms eyeing them covetously to take advantage of them. The PK theme show can certainly enhance the popularity of the website, but it will also attract covetous eyes. A newcomer like Lu Chun, who only signed an ordinary contract, is simply the best target for poaching. If Whale TV is still hesitant at this time, maybe they will lose a new star. Fang Xiaohui didn't take Lu Chun very seriously. He just wanted to set up a model for his own project. Now that he heard Wu Hongming's words, he finally got serious. Then when the event is over, talk to him about the new contract. The general manager hesitated and said, Manager Wu, you talk to him about the new anchor contract. At the critical moment, he still chose Wu Hongming. The vision and character of this old minister are trustworthy. Wu Hongming nodded and said, I will take people to the capital tomorrow morning and talk to him face to face. The executives present were all surprised. They never thought that Wu Hongming would attach so much importance to Lu Chun. The last time Wu Hongming personally met with an anchor to talk about the contract was last year. At that time, he signed the current #1 female anchor of Whale TV, Chinger Baby, and he went so far away from the capital. A senior official couldn't help but say, then he should have been given a better contract. A better contract has a longer time limit and a higher binding force. But for this kind of low-level hindsight, Wu Hongming simply despised it. This contract of 50,000 signing fee was almost beaten back by the finance department. Whale TV had a lot of venture capital, and the finance department has great authority in fund management. The other party was suddenly speechless. Old Wang, the manager of the finance department, twitched his face and decided to be a dead dog. Wu Hongming slapped him in the face and asked, how much authority did the company give me to negotiate this time? If it's less than 500,000 signing fee, then don't talk about it. Whoever wants to talk can go. He glanced at the manager of the brokerage department, intentionally or unintentionally. The eloquent young woman didn't say anything. If Wu Hongming had said at the beginning that he would give Lu Chun at least 500,000 signing fee, it was estimated that no one would have agreed. Now that she understands the situation and knows that Lu Chun sold a song for 200,000 yuan, the 500,000 signing fee is really nothing. She even regrets in her heart. If she could sign Lu Chun with an ordinary artist contract, her brokerage department would have a trump card. A real trump card. Chapter 65. At 9:45, Whale TV Lu Fei's live broadcast room. Online popularity. 936224. Lu Chen's live broadcast is still going on, but the time for the PK theme show is over. What he has to do now is to wait for the final ranking with nearly 1 million online viewers in the live broadcast room. It's a suffocating wait. I'm suddenly so nervous, as if I'm waiting for my final report card. Report card +1. All of you, tell me, where can our master Lu Fei be ranked? Lu Fei is, of course, #1. Is there need to ask? Of course, it's impossible to be first. As long as he rushes to the top 5, he will win. I guess it should be 5th or 4th. If he's not in the top 5, I'll eat my keyboard live. I guess 3rd. The contents of the barrage in the live broadcast room have all turned into speculation about the ranking, all kinds of predictions, bets, and ridicule. On the contrary, Lu Chun completely relaxed. In the 90-minute live show, he sang a total of 8 original works and did his best. Although there were twists and turns in the middle, he should have interpreted the theme of graduation season very well. I believe that this should be able to win the praise of the media judges. As for other indexes, Lu Chun has also broken through his previous peak, especially the interaction with Chinger Baby, which has brought him a lot of popularity. If he can't get into the top 5, then Whale TV is shady. He calmly thanked the local tycoons and fans who rewarded him, so that his throat was a little dry. In fact, even if he didn't get into the top 5, Lu Chun's harvest in the evening was great. In addition to the surge in popularity and followers, the new fishball reward reached 170T+, which can be withdrawn for 110,000 yuan. He earned 110,000 yuan in an hour and a half of live broadcast. What else is Lu Chun not satisfied with? In the past, he might not even be able to save enough money for 2 years if he worked double jobs. He understands the principle of contentment, and his mentality is naturally calm. At this time, an eye-catching system prompt appeared on the screen. System prompt. The ranking of the PK theme show anchor has been determined, and the top 5 winners will be announced. There was a sudden burst of cheers in the live broadcast room. It's out. The top 5 are finally out. I've been waiting for this moment for the whole night. Lu Fei will definitely win. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. That's for sure. Our anchor will definitely be in the top 5. If I don't get into the top 5, I'll eat my keyboard live. Wait for me, the one eating keyboard in front. I'll eat the mouse. Although Lu Chun was very relaxed, he could not help but be affected by the atmosphere in the live broadcast room. He couldn't help but straighten his back. The next moment, a big 5 appeared on the screen. It shone with a golden light, and it was so bright that it could blind a dog's eyes. System notification. Congratulations, streamer Lady Rain. The theme, Rainy Day, is ranked number 5. PK index 5575. Number 5 is Yu Gij, the popular female anchor of Whale TV live show. Everyone's hearts were in their throats because the appearance of a streamer meant the disappearance of a ranking. No one knew if Lu Chun would appear in the system notification. And the higher the ranking, the smaller the hope. Number 4, Anchor Sun, the theme, Afternoon Sunshine, PK Index 6210. Sun is also a frontline anchor of live show. His live broadcast style is actually very similar to Lu Chun. He is very handsome, can play the guitar, piano, violin, and dances very well. He often runs to the square to fight with others. In this PK theme show, Sun is undoubtedly Lu Chun's most powerful opponent. Although the two are not fighting one-on-one, Sun is ranked 4th, which brings a lot of pressure to Lu Chun. Because there are only 3 places left, Lu Fei's live broadcast room was silent, and there were only a few comments on the screen. Number 3, Anchor Xiao Gu, the theme, Thunder Fury, PK Index 9750. Xiao Gu is a game anchor. He is also ranked in the top 10 strategic experts in the popular online game, Planet Overlord. His competitive live broadcast can attract the support of millions of fans, and his popularity has always been very strong. Xiao Gu took the 3rd place, leaving only the champion and the runner-up. It is certain that the champion basically belongs to Chinger Baby, the first female anchor of Whale TV. Seeing that the 3rd place is still not Lu Chun, there was finally a pessimistic voice in the live broadcast room. It's over. Xiao Gu is 3rd. I'm afraid our anchor, that's really dangerous. It's okay. Even if we can't get the top 5, we have all worked hard together. Don't be so pessimistic. Maybe it's 2nd place. Come on, Lu Fei, come on. No matter what, I support the anchor big. Support +1. Lu Chun thought about it and said into the microphone, no matter what the result is, I want to thank everyone for their support. As soon as his voice fell, a big golden 2 appeared on the screen. The runner-up appeared. System notification. Congratulations to anchor Lu Fei. The theme, graduation season, is ranked number 2, PK Index 9790. 2nd place? 2nd place? Lu Fei. Many people couldn't believe their eyes. Yes, Liu Chun reacted the fastest. He immediately clenched his fists and waved them hard. At the same time, he roared loudly. A great joy drowned him in an instant. Liu Chun thought that he could face victory or failure calmly, but when the runner-up position of the PK-themed show fell on his head, he still felt extremely excited. A week of hard work and preparation was not in vain. And what was very rare was that he defeated Xiao Gu by a small margin of 40 points. The reward for the champion of the PK-themed show is 300,000, and the popular anchor on the homepage will be pushed 3 times. The reward for the runner-up is 200,000 plus 2 big push. The third place is 100,000 plus 1 big push. The fourth and fifth place are both 50,000 bonuses. A 40-point win means that Liu Chun got a double reward. The live broadcast room suddenly exploded. Hooray! Ha ha ha, I'm so happy. The victory belongs to our Liu Fei de. Congratulations to Liu Fei de for being the runner-up. Second place, I said top 3, and I was right. I guess second place. I really didn't expect that he really won the top 3. It's not easy. In fact, this is very normal. Our anchor has such strength. Strength plus 1. It's so cool. Liu Jiajun sent a red envelope in the group. Everyone go and grab it. What's the group number? 10,000-ton copper ball. Although it was not the highest championship, for Liu Chen's hundreds of thousands of fans, the weight of this runner-up is not much different from that of the championship, and it is worth celebrating. It must be known that before the start of the PK-themed show, all of Liu Chen's data was the lowest among the 24 anchors. In the live broadcast, he struggled to catch up and climbed higher and higher. He was also attacked by the black tide of haters, but he still had the last laugh. Liu Chen's efforts and talent were seen and heard by everyone. He won the runner-up title and deserved it. As for the champion's crown, it was taken by Chinger Baby without any suspense. PK Index, 15,200. But the audience in Liu Fei's live broadcast room did not care about the championship. They were all celebrating Liu Chun with barrage and fishballs as much as they could, as if celebrating their own victory. Today was Victory Day. Liu Jiajun's supergroup also exploded because the Tycoon Li Bai was giving out red envelopes. The mood of Liu Chen's #1 Tycoon fan was more cheerful than that of Liu Chun. Liu Chun won the runner-up in the PK, and he also won the bet with Earthies. He had both face and substance, and his life was perfect from then on. Thousands of red envelopes were given out. The Tycoon was so capricious. In taking advantage of this opportunity, Li Bai bought 10 more supergroups in one breath and posted them in the live broadcast room, attracting countless fans to join the group to grab the victory red envelopes. Although these audiences were not loyal at the moment, there would eventually be a group of fans who were willing to stay and continue to support Liu Chen's broadcasting career. Liu Chun picked up the guitar again and thanked all his fans with the song, Thank You. This was his victory day, and he believed that tomorrow would be even better. At 10 p.m., Liu Chun ended the live broadcast. At this time, he received a phone call, and the number showed that it was from Shanghai City. When Liu Chun saw the area code displayed on the screen of his mobile phone, the first thought that came to his mind was, the person who sent money came. You're tuning in to the Romance Rendezvous YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.